Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. We are excited about this one today because it's one of the last ones before the Birds head back home for live action, live opening day action, which is good stuff. Hello, Patrick, Julian. Welcome in. Mandy, Mary, and Candy. Welcome in, guys, to get us started here this Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. Depends on where you're at, I guess, and what you're doing and how you're doing it. But hey, it's baseball. And it's live. I guess that's a good thing all the way around. Glad you're in with us tonight. Let's take a look at today's lineups. Both of them should be close to opening day lineups. The Orioles are going to go with Calzer, Rushman, O'Hearn, Mountcastle, O'Neill, Mullins, Urias, Holiday, and Mateo. That's an interesting lineup. Mateo in the lineup. How about that? For the Atlanta Braves, Profar, Riley, Olson, Osuna, Harris, Albies, Kalanick, Arcia, and Trump. That's an interesting lineups. Both ends very close to opening day here. But when we all get together, big things can happen. That's what our greener. That's not that good. Not that good today. So we are minutes away. They are doing their final preparations. I think we're in Fort Walton, Florida, is where we're at today. Texas was feeling so stuck. Dun, dun, dun. Now Texas is a TurboTax expert, doing everything while you do your thing. Now this is Texas. Let's go. Let's go. Pitcher wise, we got Charlie Morton, the former Atlanta Brave, taking on Strider. Strider's been a good acquisition for Atlanta. So we'll see how they do today. Welcome in, welcome in. Anybody here for the first time, say hello in the chat. We'd love to welcome you in. Anybody here for the first time, say hello. We'd like to welcome it in. Hello, T. Marie's Place. Welcome in. Before something breaks down, tell them I sent you and get your first month free. Call Choice Home Warranty before it's too late. Call for your free quote today. All right, they should be coming back to the beach here. Today I will tell you about kayak fishing. It's such a fun thing to do. Hello, Doug. Welcome in. You're new? Okay. But it's super fun when you get something on the hook. That looks like probably their starting day lineup right here. Pretty much.
Atlanta Braves Baseball is brought to you today by Destin Fort Walton Beach, Florida. For one final time, the boys lace them up here at Northport before heading out to Arizona, then to San Diego.
It's a nice little stadium here in Destin. You're very close to the game.
It's another beauty today as the Orioles.
Beautiful day out there. Sunny day for baseball is a good thing. Again, O's lineup: Calzer, Moo, Rushman, O'Hearn, Mountcastle, O'Neill, Mullins, Urias, Holiday, and Mateo.
Will be the top three in the order for Baltimore. Old friend Charlie Morton will be pitching for the Baltimore Orioles. We'll get into that at the bottom of the first inning for the Atlanta Braves.
Here come the Braves taking the field. Braves are in their home blue with white pants, red striping, red hats. Spencer Strider on the hill.
There are your numbers, and certainly impressive. But what he did in that first spring training game was phenomenal. Just absolutely dominating from the very first pitch of the game. He was locked in. We know how focused he is as far as what he does with his work and his preparation, and we're just excited to see it again today.
Strider's a good pitcher.
Spencer Strider is right on track. It is time for C.J. Nitkowski's 4 keys to the game. Well, of course, we got to start with our guy in the next step here for
C.J. Nitkowski. I remember watching him play.
He was so excellent in that previous one. Can you repeat it?
Zone Light, newest subscriber to the channel. Thank you, Zone Light.
Just about heard the news, but Jesse is back. Jesse Chavez, there he is, playing catch. That didn't take long at all for him to get reacclimated for, what, the 6th time in an Atlanta Braves uniform, and he's going to try to get on this big league roster for his 18th season. Unbelievable. It's the X. You just can't quit. Jesse is back, and we are glad to have him.
Dun, 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 dun. Braves defense getting it out there, getting them set. Riley, Arcia, Albies, and Olsen around the infield.
So he gets a reprieve today. Chadwick Trump will be catching Spencer Strider. Right after this one, we'll head to the Sarasota airport.
All right, here we go. Calzer making his way to the plate.
Into San Diego for opening day on Thursday. Colt Calzer digging in to a post.
That right there is a transvestite guinea pig for Tina right there. All right, Strider's up on the hill.
45 to 50 pitches, of course, all of them.
He's ready to go.
On how he feels, the flow of the game, etc.
Right-hander kicks and deals. First pitch, strike right there. Ace, how you doing? Welcome in. Atlanta's minus 1.5. Doug says the total today, 7.5. Ball down low, 1-1. I would take the over in this one. I'd probably take Baltimore plus the 1.5. Plus 1.5 in the last minute end of the season spring training game is pretty good. I think it'll be low score in the first couple innings with the two starters, and then the runs will come in the bullpen. We'll see. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strider, top of the hill, kicks and deals. Slider, strike 3. Calzer swings right through it.
With Chadwick Trump behind the plate. We saw Slider. Now he wants the slower breaking ball here with the curveball that is down below the stump. Picking up right where he left off. So now he has faced 9 batters.
1 out for the Birds. Here comes Rushman. I got to do this before Jen comes in. Ball upstairs, 1-0.
It's the crew in Baltimore who made the playoffs again last year, 91-71, but swept by the Royals in the wild card round. So disappointing.
Strike right there, 1-1.
Expectations again in 2025. Yeah, I think that American League East is wide open right now with some pretty good teams. The Orioles expect to be in that mix again. They've made nice adjustments coming out of a rebuilding phase, but haven't been able to win a game in the postseason yet.
Ball upstairs, 2-1.
Their postseason losing streak right now is frustrating for the fan base, especially the success they had 2 years ago in the regular season when they won over 100.
Pops that up, foul. 2-2. Anybody new here for the first time today? Let me know. Say hello in the chat. We would love to welcome you in.
And here he was in a 2-1 count late on the fastball. So not just the velo, but how it's playing to these hitters. Now the rest was telling you a little bit of a story right now.
Rushman up there, ready to go. 2-2. Line drive, base hit left field. Rushman's going to drop it in.
And Rushman has a single. That's the first base runner against Spencer Strider here in spring training. And he does it against a changeup, and this is a good one. And this is a pitch that we don't see Spencer Strider throw very often, but with a left-handed hitter up there, this is spring training for him, working through some things. Also spring training for Jerks and Profor. I think if this is the regular season, you probably see him lay out for that ball, but based on what happened earlier in spring when he did lay out and hurt his wrist, go ahead, pull up and let that be a base hit.
1 out, runner on first.
Back on the 8th of March.
Ryan O'Hearn up there now.
Spencer Strider, as much as it was fun to watch him be perfect.
Timothy, welcome in. Tomorrow's your birthday. Well, happy birthday.
Something he would like to be able to get done against big league hitters. Trying to figure his next one very likely going to be again.
RJ, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. Ball inside, 1-1.
Missed by much. Remember, no ABS system in this ballpark, so cannot challenge the balls and strikes. Decent chance that we might see the tap on the head there after that one.
Line drive foul. Cruise and theme park guide. You were at the Braves game yesterday. Nice. That is the one advantage to being down there in Florida. You do get a lot of preseason baseball, that's for sure. That's awesome. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball, 2-2. Even count now. Cruise and theme park guide will be a guest on our channel this coming Wednesday.
Mechanically, probably a little bit quick for him, and he got under that pitch. 2-2 from number 99.
2-2 in the ball. Nice pick. My voice is very raspy today.
This is not easy. It's a long way to go to try to square your body up. That's where you got to trust your hands, and hopefully you can pick it. And you did.
3-2 count. Rushman may be going. Line drive. Foul. Good Lord, he killed that, but that was foul. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Strider up on the hill, comes to the set, looks in, 3-2. Strike 3, got him on a change.
That's fun. That is really fun to watch that because I didn't think he would go back to the changeup in a 3-2 count, and he does with confidence and throws a good one. And I got to believe Ryan O'Hearn thinking the same thing. He's got the fastball in the back of his mind. He's got both breaking balls, and instead he gets a full count changeup. And I feel like we just
Mountcastle up there now. Time to get mounted. If you want to get mounted, now's the time. Swing and a miss. Mountcastle lost control of the bat on that one. Yeah, time goes by quick. It's his third year.
Himself that he can execute that pitch, even though he let up a base hit on that same changeup in his last at bat.
Strike right there in the corner, 0-2. Strider looks good here. 18 pitches in this inning.
Showing that pop hitting cleanup here today for Baltimore.
Ball in the dirt, 1-2.
Is he bringing back the fighting necklaces? I didn't see it. Remember the old rope ones? Oh, yeah, for a while? Yeah. I mean, that's just cloth, right? That's not like precious metals. I don't think so.
Ball outside, 2-2.
Those were really popular, what, 15, 20 years ago? Maybe a little bit less. But they have the titanium in them, and you're supposed to have healing powers. That's all rope, I think. Yeah. 2 down, 2-2 pitch.
2-2, swing and a miss. He strikes out the side. How about that, everybody? Charlie Strider looking good in the preseason.
Are you ready?
Gotta get ready.
Another one bites the dust.
Heading to the bottom of the first.
Another one bites the dust.
Profar, Riley, and Olsen coming up. Lenny, welcome in. Says, let's go Braves. It's always tough at the end of these preseason games. You know, you want to see what's going on, but you're also so pumped up for baseball. Thursday is opening day in Major League Baseball. Thursday. That's like tomorrow.
Okay, everyone. Time is running out for our best deals on Ranger and Maverick and America's best-selling trucks for 48 years, Ford F-Series.
Now,
I wonder if you could put a guinea pig on the grill. Tina, can you put a guinea pig on the grill?
No payments for 90 days or get $11,250 total savings on.
I mean, if you wanted to, I guess you could.
Let's try something different. Stuff it in the bag. Listen to it. Find with it.
But you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more.
Yeah.
You're unstoppable.
Monorail Mala. Yes. That's true. I do get confused. Welcome into Monorail Molly. Where's your thing? Let me find. Here we go.
It's all about the sauce.
There you go.
All units code red.
She's got so many sound bites. Google says you can put a guinea pig on the grill. Very popular in Peru and Ecuador. See, I told you. They're delicious. Deliciously nutritious.
41 years old, signed a 1-year deal.
Charlie Morton on the hill. Hey, Cakes. Welcome in, Pat.
Over his 30 starts with the Atlanta Braves, and as we well know with Charlie Morton, he's going to leave.
Charlie kicks up and fires. Ball one upstairs.
Starts with a sinker to Profar.
And Doug.
4 years, 21 through 20.
Manny Mary says, I'm with Tina. No, Tina loves them. You put them on the grill, cover them in barbecue sauce.
Good grief.
He gets to continue to do the thing that he loves. And out of the division, which is kind of nice, right? Get him out of the National League East, so we really don't have to root against Charlie.
Ball outside.
Orioles will play each other at Truist this year, but it's good to see. It's amazing to see, quite honestly, at his age, continuing to get it done and how durable he has been. The last 6 full seasons in MLB, he has made 30 or more starts. Take out that 20.
Ball inside, 3-1. This is not the guy you want to put on.
Yeah, regardless of it, you don't really see guys doing that anymore, even if they're in their 20s. There's some numbers we're talking about. You mentioned 18th season, $15 million on that 1-year deal.
Ground ball over to second. Mateo's got it. That's an out. 2 Beavers and Doug. Yes, we need to get that figured out. 2 Beavers and Doug. Urias, Holiday, Mateo, Mountcastle around the infield. Rushman behind the plate today. That's your Orioles lineup in the infield.
And a strike to Charlie's old friend Austin Riley.
Ball down low.
Charlie still got it, 95. Oh, 2 pitch.
0-2 popped up down the right field line. Could it be tough? Mountcastle and O'Neill can't get there. They're both, good Lord, he ran a long way.
Well, we got an extra large beaver, a large beaver, and a nice medium beaver.
Yeah, you do. You sure do.
Over the course of just a single season, you start talking about multiple seasons. It's 7 months together. And you go through a lot, as I mentioned.
2 strikes here
Never forget.
on Riley.
Charlie Moore, the time that he spent with Rick Kranitz has been really impactful on his career, quite honestly, both ways for both guys. He's always been a guy that's been well respected, well beloved in the clubhouse, and nothing has changed. Oh, 2 pitch.
Ball upstairs, 1-2.
Last year. This is a guy that was drafted in 2002, 3rd round by the Braves. I said, could you ever have imagined that all these years later, 22 years later, now 23, you'd still be out there? He said,
Popped up foul, 1-2 remains.
and at some point he'll hang it up, but honestly, it's hard. You feel good, you look good, and someone's going to offer you $15 million to pitch. It's hard to turn that down.
Morton back up top, liking the O's orange hat right there. Ground ball tapped over to short. Holiday up clean. Over to first. That's an out.
A lot of eyeballs on Jackson Holiday this year. Of course, big-time prospects on a Matt Holiday struggled a little bit when he first got to the big leagues. There was some concern, at least the thing among fans, that he didn't make the team at spring training last year.
Ball upstairs.
We start to see some positive signs after he got down, a little taste of the big leagues.
Yeah, that was a good time last night.
Really good, impactful young player. He hit under 200.
If you missed our stream, you can go back and check it out. Strike right there into Olsen. A lot of fun, a lot of laughs.
There's another Holiday coming
behind him, and he
1-1.
expectations that he very well could be a number 1 overall draft pick.
Ground ball tapped over to second again. Third out. Orioles get out. 1-2-3. Last night was a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. If you missed it, I spent the evening with.
Well, we got an extra large beaver, a large beaver, and a nice medium beaver.
It was a lot of fun.
I went sailing with dolphins. I went snorkeling and I found sea creatures. When you get a little out there, you never know who you might
Playing the bongos.
I love that I met me.
FanDuel Sports Network is now streaming on.
Debbie said she was the extra small beaver.
And more of your local teams. Streaming live on all your devices. Plus,
Debbie must be sleeping this morning.
channels. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
I am so excited for the opening day. So pissed. Pissed but happy. I'm happy I'm going to my son's game because I love being at Preston's game, but pissed. I can't do the Orioles, can't do the Guardians, can't do, one of the top bigger market teams like a Dodgers or a Yankees. The only game I could do that day that works out is like, I don't know, what's the one I picked out? I picked out a game. I haven't put up the thumbnail yet. I'm going to be featured as a guest. I'm lucky enough to be a guest over on Shade Room Runway in the early evening. I think it's 7 o'clock. I'll be over there talking baseball players, cups and nuts. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. What game did I pick?
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer. It's your
Thursday at 10:10 at night. Cubs and the Diamondbacks. So.
unwavering in care.
That's the best those billboard reads have ever sounded.
Shade Room Runway is a really good show. It's over on the Zippity Doo Doug channel. It's a lot of laughs, a lot of good times over there. Talking fashion. What's everybody got on or not gotten on?
Sometimes it takes some extra work,
They're magicians around here.
Strider back up at it.
So Strider.
Here comes O'Neill. Pick up for the Orioles in the offseason from the Red Sox.
One of the new offseason acquisitions, in addition to Charlie Morton, they got
Strider rocks and deals. Ball upstairs, 2-0. Rinser, hello.
Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, Tyler O'Neill's always been a guy that's got pop in that back. Injuries have gotten in the way at times.
Yes, you're extremely biased. Ball outside. I can't do them either. They're all at bad timing. I will be there supporting Preston.
They pushed it back quite a bit. They're now readjusting and bringing it in a little bit. He's the guy.
Ball upstairs. That's a walk. 4-pitch walk.
From 4 pitches out of the zone here, uncharacteristic for Strider, and a leadoff walk.
Lead off walk. I need to get one of those orange hats. I need an orange hat. I like it. That's a new look this year, the way they cut it. I like it. Cedric Mullins. I didn't think this guy was going to be on the team this year. I thought for sure the Orioles were going to move him along with all the talent they have in the farm system.
Again, scheduled to be the starting center fielder this year.
Ball outside, 1-0.
A little bit of a short leash on him. He struggled some at the plate the last 2 years.
Yes, and I have crabs. I have an announcement that tomorrow I will have crabs. Hello, KK. Welcome in. Jack swing. He went. That's a strike. 1-1. I think tomorrow might get rained out, though. I hate to say it. They're calling for a lot of rain here in the Baltimore area. Ball upstairs, 2-1.
What do you think, CJ? If all goes
I'm also doing a couple Cavaliers games this week. I got them on the docket too. I like doing them. So I got the Cavaliers. I think Monday night or Tuesday night. Tuesday night, 10 o'clock. I'm doing the Cavaliers. How about that? 2 balls, 2 strikes right now to Mullins. KK, welcome in.
I would say to Spencer Strider level, maybe that command is off a tick. Not much. Like you see some of these borderline calls that he's not getting.
Going for his fourth strikeout.
Oh, Mullins, you can't take that pitch. That's a strikeout. Oh, my God. That was horrible. Mullins takes the K. Yeah, Cavs better get their act together. You ain't kidding. Baltimore, welcome in. Thank you for joining today.
Keep in mind, last time, first start, 27 pitches for Strider. As I noted, they're hoping to be around the 45 to 50 mark here.
First pitch swinging by Urias. Fouls it off for a strike.
A couple of these close pitches that have not been called strikes have extended this outing as far as pitch count goes a little bit more than what we saw last time.
Urias. You're going to a college baseball game. Good for you.
I think what's key.
Good for you.
Kind of ticking up a little bit in the numbers that you're mentioning. If we see him in the 40s today, it's that can he get through this inning and still have a hit batter left? So we can do what he did last time, which is go back out for a third and get that third up that you're looking for. He already did it in his first outing. You'd like to be able to have a chance to repeat it again. You notice they can always pull him out too if they want to do that.
No, they didn't win. You could go back and watch the end of the game, watch the replay, and see what happened.
It's a good looking pitch, and I think we would have seen a couple of times on the head so far in this outing. It's a real frustration. I say real frustration, but for Spencer.
1 ball, 2 strikes here.
Will Little, home plate umpire, not Brannigan, 1-2. He's definitely one of the tighter.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strikes looking above average. He ranks 61st in baseball, beating a smaller, tighter zone.
Here's a switch. Swing and a bell. Deep fly ball way back. That ball is stung. It is long gone. Are you kidding me?
There's a drive. Way back. It may be. It could be. And going. This ball is crushed.
2-0 Birds. Urias goes deep.
It was a strike, but it wasn't called. And this one stays up a little bit about belt high for Spencer Strider. We wanted that bottom third, and kind of like we anticipated.
2-0.
My guess this will be back out for the third inning.
Strider is gone. They're going to take him out. They're more worried about the start of the season. I don't blame them. New pitcher coming in. I told you to take the Orioles plus 1.5 and take the over. We'll see if I'm right. If I am, y'all got to get me donuts because I did not get my donuts this morning as promised. Who are they bringing in? I'll see who they're bringing in. I hadn't showed it yet. Has not shown it yet.
How do we stream all of these games?
Well, we engineered a fast, reliable Xfinity internet.
So you never miss a moment while streaming live sports.
Isn't that the best?
We got a 6 o'clock stream tonight. That's going to be a lot of fun. Triple C show with ear-to-ear magic. It's going to get magic time tonight at 6 o'clock. Jerry, Hatbox Ghost, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in.
$150 a year over YouTube TV.
Nice to see you. Dun, 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 dun. For you all that got to watch Preston's game the other day, what did you think of the exit video or the entrance video? Did you get a chance to take a look at that? At the opening video or the ending video? I'm just curious. What's up, David? Welcome in. What's up, buddy? JH. Hey, there's just him. What's up, JH? How you doing? London is calling when you come in. Yes, it is. Good to see you, my friend. All right, here goes. We go into the sidewinding, slider throwing, heavy pitching Griswold. It's Griswold. Rob Griswold, welcome. The moose at the front of the park should have told you.
Former undrafted free agent a few years ago out of LIU Brooklyn, where he played his college ball.
The moose at the front of the park should have told you. 1-1. Swing and a miss by Holiday. 1-2.
It was frustration, but he kind of gave that nod of, well, I feel like I struck him out. But certainly he didn't want to give up a 2-run homer. He didn't. You always want positive results, but he's making a lot of really good pitches, has made a lot of really good ones, and he's having so far today.
1-2. Holiday fouls it off.
He's right on the edges, maybe just a little bit off, and he's paired with an umpire who's a little bit tighter.
Jeannie, welcome in.
This young star, Jackson Holiday, playing shortstop.
Line drive, base hit, center field.
He may have struggled last year, but you're going to see him in the bigs for a long time. See the pitch here, little breaking ball. They're trying to go backdoor. There's such a fine line and small margin for error when you do that, especially from that arm angle.
They were trying to go backdoor. It didn't work. Sometimes that does happen. Mateo inside takes a ball. 1-0. Mateo can run like the wind, bullseye. Orioles trying to get something going. Mateo hits one to dead center. That's a lot of area out there. It's going to be an out. 2 away.
So we told you what happened for Spencer Strider. It looked like this was going to be a called strike 3. Good looking pitch. Great job by Chadwick Trump. Even his reaction tells you he expected that to be a called strike 3. Chadwick did. Instead, ends up being a 2-run home run. Slider that's hit over the plate. And you're right. That is the difference. And that's why when we get the ABS, and I think we'll eventually get it in the big leagues with the challenge system, it makes all the difference in the world for moments like that.
Cows are coming back up now. That's a strike right to him.
Okay, so why take Strider out there and bring him back potentially in the 3rd inning? What is Brian Snicker, Rick Randis, what are they thinking there? They have a pitch count that they're comfortable working with.
2 outs here in the inning.
Back out for a 3rd inning, so he sits back down again, assuming that's going to be
ball.
For sure, we'll find out next inning, but treat it like he did finish the inning.
Oh yeah, I forgot my Cowser thing.
Cool down, you get hot again. That's what you want your body to go through in this rehab process. You won't have that luxury when you do it.
Swinging a ground ball over to second. Up clean. That's an out. Birds get 2 here in the 2nd. We're going to the bottom of 2. Ozuna, Harris, and Albies. Ozuna, Harris, and Albies. Gotta love Cowser. My Orioles are my team, Baltimore.
Can I come? Only room for 1. How am I getting home? Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald. Fine, but I'm bringing this. All right.
Or you could try.
Dun, dun, dun.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think. There it is. See? Told you it's going to all work out. Thanks, future me. Dubman plus care. Welcome to the team. Thanks. It's hangable.
Dubman helps neutralize body-causing bacteria that thrive when stress sweat.
Really needs more salt.
Get comfortable, but not uncomfortable. Care changes
Really needs more salt. Everybody needs a little salt in their life. That's a key.
Isn't that the best part about working here?
As soon as I get done this game, I got to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thumbnails. A sextuplet
For the ultimate sports
of thumbnails.
Xfinity Sports and News TV. Save more than $150 a year.
Baseball and basketball.
This is the big one. It's the Rooms to Go anniversary sale. And we're turning every room into a reason to celebrate. Living rooms, bedrooms.
Saturday and Sunday. I'm doing these Braves again on Saturday night and Sunday night this coming week in real season.
A celebration this big happens only once a year. It's the Rooms to Go anniversary sale. Going on now.
Always a good spot to be out there at the Tomahawk Tiki Bar. Second 2-0 Orioles. Hey fans, get free MLB.TV with T-Mobile starting March 25th at T-Mobile.com. /MLB. So just 2 days from now, T-Mobile.com/MLB. Packed house for the final game here in Northport. And why not a gorgeous Sunday afternoon? You get Strider.
All right, here we go. Ozuna, your DH coming up. Morton throws. That's a ball down low. 1-0.
Yeah, certainly has been the case. Listen, it's a nice day. Will Little's enjoying getting some of the sun here. Cool as a day park, so get a little extra time.
Strike right there. 1-1. Balabon, I didn't know you were Canadian. Well, welcome in, our Canadian friend. We welcome our Canadian friends. We welcome all of our friends, even the ones from Pittsburgh. Ground ball, base hit. Mateo was shading him up the middle. He went backdoor on him. Sometimes you can slap that backside, and it's really good. That's what he did. He just dropped his hands and keeps his hands in and went. That's exactly what the announcer's saying. Just what I'm saying. Nice piece of hitting. Runner on, nobody out here in the second. Morton from the stretch. Harris up there. Ball upstairs, 1-0.
Any advantage when a pitcher that was a teammate faces you as a hitter, as a pitcher? None. I'll give your catchers the greatest advantage just because they've seen it all. They have the greatest feel for how your pitches work and the tendencies, what you like to do.
Breaker there on the corner gets the call. That's a strike.
Distance away. Probably not. But Charlie's used to it, right? He's bounced around.
We are 21 subscribers from 26,000. 21 away. Debbie Bernfeld, you are late. You and your mini beaver or whatever it is are late.
That's the thing that's in the back of their mind that they're talking about. So
Doug was talking about you being late.
When you got one of those curveballs, again, that's the one. I'm familiar with that pitch, and I prefer he not throw it again.
That's because you were up till all hours of the morning goofing around over on Dave's channel.
Went back to the heater, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes right there. Breaking ball, check swing. That's a strike.
Same for Michael Everett. He gets that really good curveball. Did a nice job of fouling that off with a half swing.
He can bring it a little bit, yes. Bring it for Doug. He's hoping that. Better. Oh, line drive right at the second base hit right over the shortstop's head. First and second, nobody out. First and second, nobody out.
Good grief.
Better yet, Doug has the whole thing going. He is collecting bras. You can mail them to him. Attention, zippity doo Doug. It's going to be a new segment on his channel. It'll be awesome. Steve will guess whose bra it is.
The Orioles, by the way, threw a rare.
And if Steve gets the answer wrong, he has to wear the bra. Mark, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Can you get some service there? We'll try to. How you doing, buddy? Did you sell your mom's house? I saw you and Matt were selling something in Catonsville or something I saw.
There had not been a spring training no-hitter by any ball club since early March 2 years ago when the Cubs had one. And for the
fly ball center field, tracking over toward left center. That's going to be trouble. Bang! Up against the wall. 1 run will score. Mullins picks it up. Drives it over the head and bangs off the wall for a double. Second and third. 2 on. Nobody out. No, Doug will describe them for Steve. And if Steve gets it wrong, Steve's got to put it on. So he's got to get, that's the whole segment.
Both the previous breaking ball and now this changeup. And just driving it the other way.
Tiki Man Tim, that would be great. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
So a clean first for Morton, but very different here in the second inning. Ozuna and Harris with singles, Albies with an RBI.
Second and third now, nobody out. He's got something to work out of here. You can't tell me that wouldn't be a high watch segment. Line drive foul. Kelenic up there now for the Braves. Left-hander. Coconuts for Doug. That had to be incredible. Doug and coconuts. 0-1. Morton getting smacked hard. Base hit. That's going to be 2 runs. Atlanta takes a 3-2 lead. We got 5 runs in already. I told you to take the over. I told you to take the over. 5 runs in here in the second.
Instead, he's able to drive in 2. He gets a pitch that is up and elevated.
That pitch was up and in his letters, and he spanked it. Can't give guys in a major league pitches right there, dead center of the plate. Cannot do that.
So the Braves bats clicking. Here's Orlando Arcia.
Arcia up now. 8th hitter in the lineup.
Not a ton of work here in spring. I'm sure he threw some on the backfields, but only 6 innings coming at you today. His last A game, all these kind of big league spring training games, was on March 8th. So we're talking about 15 days ago.
Ball down low. Jason, hello. Welcome in, sir.
Somewhat similar and threw the ball really well. In his last start, his A game start against the Yankees. Is that the Yankees? No, that was yesterday. Oh, it's just Tigers. Too much sun. That does seem like it was 2 days ago. It's a long drive.
Swing and a piss. 2-1.
Swung out of his shoes yesterday. Yeah, Lopez, solid. That's right. Schwellbach against the Yankees. Yes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm going to dig deep to get those memories from yesterday and the day before. Who sang that song? Celine Dion. It's all coming back to me now. I thought you might break into that for a second. I don't want to show her up. Yeah, that's true.
Swing and a miss. Strike. Throw to second. He's meat.
Oh, no. 2-2 now, Orlando.
2 balls, 2 strikes now, and the guy on first is out.
From Orlando with Jared Kelenic on the move. You don't see it too often. You don't really see the hit run. Not something that the Braves do very often, but it might have been what they were looking for there. You trying to get a ground ball to the right side from Orlando.
1 out now in the inning.
So 1 away.
Ground ball tapped over to third. That's going to be a tough play. No, didn't get him. He's too fast. Infield single, too fast. Hello, K. Wilby. Welcome in.
Yeah, fun look from Orlando as he beats this infield hit out, looking into the dugout and see what's
Can you come here, please?
wanting his teammates to recognize the speed. We contact really.
I'm going to have a cupcake. I'm going to get Preston to bring me. I have tasty cakes. I'm in the mood for some smooth buttercream. Ball upstairs. Back to the leadoff. No, number 9. Trump. Trump is up. Nico the Creco. What's up? Ball inside. We have a whole box of them. Yes, Mandy. Tasty cakes for everybody.
Consistent 93 to 95 yesterday for a guy who averaged 89 miles an hour last year with his fastball.
Ground ball foul. Gloria, hello. Welcome in.
3 innings at that point. Airing it out a little bit more. As we mentioned at the time,
3 things. First, can you open those 2 packages? One of them's for you, by the way. Yeah, one of those is for you. I guess 1 in here and put 1 will go in the bag.
Braves and Tigers yesterday playing to the
Yep. Nico, I'm doing a couple of those games. I'm doing a Saturday and a Sunday game for the Braves here, Nico.
That game time was 1 hour 55 minutes. It flew by. Spent significantly more time.
Open that and hook it up for me.
4 hours in the car, 155 at the yard.
Ball upstairs. You watching any of this or no? Bottom of the lineup just started destroying the ball.
Yeah, I got notifications.
You doing what?
I got notifications about it.
Morton's leaving the ball in the center of the plate. You can't do that.
Check over on Orlando Arcia.
Morton's also like 60 years old.
I know. Well, he put in what, 15 years with the Braves? I mean, it's not a guy that you want to go get. Not for your third or fourth starter. Fly ball down the right field line, foul. I'm also surprised they put Mateo at second and didn't leave. What's his face there? You know, why would you put Mateo at short? Gunner's out. Yeah, he might be IL.
From that standpoint, certainly your pitchers.
You're going to the Braves and Cubs game on Tuesday. Nice, Nico. The rookie. Yeah.
That's athletic as he is.
That's what I said. Why wouldn't you just put Mateo there, you know? Leave Holiday. Thank you. Last thing is, can you get me one of them packs of cupcakes? Please. And just pop it open here and set it. I'll grab it. 3-2 pitch. Strike three right down the middle. Got him. There's a strikeout for him. Got that at least. Woo!
Fastball here from Charlie Morton. This one jumped on Ted with Trump pretty quickly.
Fastball at 81. Wasn't that fast? They said it was a fastball, but I think it was a straight change. What was he there? Yeah. Did you open these? No. You worked today again, right? What time? 3. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here in the inning. 3-2 game. Thank you. Here's the pitch. 1-0. Boom! Foul.
So not surprisingly, George Profar is the guy.
He's throwing a ton of curveballs.
In his career, 25 plate appearances, 5 for 18. That's a 278 batting average.
No, Doug. He didn't need to see that, thank God. Ground ball rip, foul. That's a strike.
6 years ago. Was that home run all the way back in 2019 when George Profar was playing for the then Oakland A's. Charlie was only 42 back then. Charlie 41. He'll be 42.
Charlie's going to be 42 years old. 1-2 coming. Fouls it off again. Keeps throwing the curveballs.
Quite ironic, though, that the Braves get Jesse Chavez back today and Charlie Morton's on the mound for the Orioles. No doubt. Makes it a lot of fun. Good conversation. Although Charlie seems pretty locked. I haven't seen him look at a guy and smile just yet, but I imagine that's coming. I got a fun one for you to think about. Okay. There are 4 players that have played in a Braves spring training game this year that took Charlie Morton deep. Told you Profar, I'll give you Matt Olson, Brian De La Cruz, and I'll give you a lot of time to think about the other because you're going to need it.
Ground ball hit hard. Mateo's got it. That's an out.
That's a second base. But the Braves get 3 and take the lead. 5 consecutive days for Atlanta. Their old teammate Charlie Morton. And the Bravos in front after 2.
Bravo's up after 2.
Your local Ford dealer presents.
Figure out how to turn this thing on.
Best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer. The rugged and capable Bronco family. The fun, fuel-efficient Ford Escape, and the spirited all-electric Mustang Mach-E. Want more? See your local Ford dealer. Right now, get free credit for 6 years. 2000.
That might work.
With the Bronco Sport Parts. Only at your local Ford dealer. Now this is Texas. Power Green. Texas was here. So stop it.
Top of the 3rd coming up. Top of the 3rd coming up.
Or you do your thing. Now this is Texas.
Rushman, O'Hearn, and Mountcastle trying to get back in the game. What restaurant is this food from that they're showing? Food looks good. Where's it from? Oh, Publix. We don't have any Publix grocery stores near us.
For a third inning of work here for the Atlanta Braves. Zaxby's saucy play spotlights what he has done so far. 4 innings, 10 strikeouts. Absolutely unbelievable to see when you consider again he had pitched in a year. He was crazy good spring training.
They brought Strider back in. Ball upstairs.
2-1 over last inning with Brian Stinker brought him out of the game, but spring training you could re-enter. So another roll around here, some bases 2, 3, 4 in the O's order.
I keep forgetting spring training. You can bring a pitcher back in. Strike right there, 1-1. It's just weird. I'm not used to that with MLB. Let's have a re-entry. It's like watching Little League. Ball down low, 2-1.
So I get no points, so they got that mercy on my shoulder. But I got there.
They're in Virginia already? Interesting. Yeah, we have a Walmart, Alabama.
Mostly because it's his only. It's the only one? It is one big league homer. Oh, I knew he had very few. I didn't know he had one. One big league homer, and it was against Charlie Brown. Alvarez was in camp with the Braves, reassigned to the minors. Two balls, 2 strikes for Rich.
Popped him up foul.
Boston was playing, he's got a long way to go, and it's not going to get to him. Ice this afternoon that we have seen quicker fielders have to go a long way to come up with nothing. Right, we saw earlier for the Baltimore Orioles to find Mountcastle. Never seen a furious and powerful down there.
Liked it better when Griswold was in the game and the Moose was telling you what to do. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball, left center field. Off the wall, bang! Rushman. Going to be up there for a double.
We talked about this left field and how difficult it has been to play here in spring training. We're not feeling of too much with today. You're always going to have that sun.
Balaban ran into the sun. Ball went off his glove.
Well, I guess get it out of your system now.
They're going to score it an error. I thought with the sun they might not. So that is an error.
So an error on Profar and Ryan O'Hearn.
Ryan O'Hearn now coming up.
I guess 1, maybe 2 more hitters max here for
ball outside.
Braves bullpen. Like it away. But you know, there's a lot of cutters and sinkers that are on both sides of the plate. Is he over 40? The over 40 club.
Ball upstairs, 2-1.
He doesn't look over 40. He should come riding in on the whiteboards. Wasn't he in Arizona like 2 days ago? Amazing.
2-1 pitch here in the third. Ball outside, 3-1.
They just kept it up. Back in old number 60. 3-1 you O'Hearn.
Fouls that one off. He was behind it.
There could be some probation this year in race country with certain guys. Including Jesse, Force Rock. This guy right here. That's it. 45. Yeah. We mentioned 45 to 50. Apparently, that was the number 45. They're not going to push it past it.
All right, we got another pitch and change right in the middle of the at bat.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Luke, walk us through that rhythm. As you can see right here, this guy's racing in the center field trying to catch a pop-up. But they don't see the calculation. Doorbell, exterior, floodlight, the premises, net. And you're out. Trusted for over 30 years by hundreds of thousands of homeowners. CPS Secure, your best defense.
Get 50% off everything when you install a new system today.
So, who started this?
The score on the screen, Balabon, is 3-2.
Taking a chance on that I like to do your own thing? Is it awkward that I'm no longer that little kid? That maybe mom's not quite ready for this? Okay.
We got a commercial break right now during the pitch and change. I should set that up myself. I should have had that ready. Where's extension 2? Didn't have it ready.
I said, don't be surprised if Jesse doesn't show up again.
All right, here we go. Back in. Chavez comes in, line drive, base hit. First pitch, base hit. Ryan O'Hearn with an RBI single. Tie game at 3.
It's always an unusual spot to come in when you get the middle.
Awesome! That was beautiful right there. Line drive shot into the outfield.
I don't know about you, but I feel good. I don't know about you, but
3-3. First pitch to Mountcastle. That's a strike. 1-0 pitch coming. Runner on first. Swing and a miss. That's a strike.
Necessarily environment for him to pitch in spring training, and what happened is somewhat similar.
Chavez kicks and deals. Popped up. Got Mountcastle out in front of it. Down the third base line in foul territory. Riley makes the play battling the sun. Nice job. 1 out.
You look at the rest of his outings, he had pitched in 6 games in the month of March. Another couple runs. And Brian Stanford mentioned that there's still a couple decisions to make in that bullpen.
Right-hander steps in there now. O'Neill fouls that one straight back.
Obviously, they got a lot last year, but off season, 5 months to see how he looks, how he feels, and go from there. Good numbers to show you there what he did in those 46 games and on 3 of the ERA. I'll hurt you. I'm surprised.
0-1. Line drive ripped down the left field line. That's going to be trouble. Profar over to get it. He'll hold the runner at second. First and second. 1 out here in the inning.
He wanted it. He's another guy who will get on the edges when he's running. When he's most effective.
Here comes Muller with 2 on and 1 out. Ball down low, 1-0. Both runners get their lead. Swing and a strike, 1-1. 21 subscribers to 26,000. One one down low, 2-1. Line drive, foul. Mullins out in front of it. Fouls that one off. Count remains the same. Chavez has the pitch. Here we go, 2-2. Strikes him out. Throw it right by him. Hello, Collier. Welcome in. 2 outs here in the inning.
Overstate what a big deal it is. The Rangers 2 days in Arizona, by the way, here. Everything's going quick, and one of the things I learned from the Cowboys is absolutely true. You think we would really do. If you reach the highest level, but actually, I think with this game,
0-1. Ground ball foul.
against a really good line. Good line, good big hitters out there.
Urias already 1 for 1 with a home run today. 0-2, line drive. Oh, nice play. Albies just took a base hit and an RBI away from him. Tied at 3, going to the bottom of 3. Tied at 3, going to the bottom of 3, everybody. Thank you for joining me today and coming in and hanging out. If you are new, say hello in the chat. We would love to welcome you in.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Oh, boy.
That's just $37 a month at Toyota Tacoma. Reading it is not it today. Toyota, let's go places.
That's going to be fun. Riley Olson Ozuna coming up. Look at these beavers on my TV. Literally, there's beavers here on my TV in this commercial. 4 of them working together.
A whole forest helps the entire planet. And one person doing their part for the environment is nice, but when we all get together, big things can happen. That's what our Greener Life program is built on. You can reduce your home's carbon footprint just by paying your gas bill. And the more people who join, the greener life becomes for everyone. See what I did there? Join today and get 12 months free. Visit gng.com/green.
All tied at 3 in inning number 3 back here at Northport. Brandon Gott and C.J. Dukowski up top. And down in the dugout, Spencer Strider, kind enough to spend some time with us after his second outing this spring. And Spencer, so good the other day to see you back out there and again today. Overall, man, how are you feeling?
Good, but I'm really confused when Charlie Morton's playing for the other team. You guys can help me figure that one out.
How about Jesse Chavez coming back for the 352nd time?
Yeah, I don't know what year it is or what's going on. It's a very disorienting experience today.
Well, look, when you got injured...
Right here, Morton deals. Fouled straight off.
The attack of the rehab for you...
Quilek, hello.
So determined. How did you go through the rehab process, and right now, how are you feeling?
Yeah, just trying to take it as an opportunity to get better. No matter how good you are, you always have things to work on, and sometimes those things you identify.
Grounded, tapped, foul. That's a strike.
Pitch sequencing, stuff. They take a lot of time, and so even
big right-handed hitting first baseman for the Braves.
Put it back together the way you want. So the injury is a good opportunity to do that, and that's kind of my focus.
Swing and a miss, strike three.
Things that I can really get better at. And
Orioles brought in Dean Kramer, by the way. Dean Kramer now pitching.
Game one, where they were, did you feel like you exceeded them? Because that's about as good as it gets for a game for your first one from rehab.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my expectations were more focused on just competing and utilizing
Kramer kicks and deals.
Opportunity as a step in the rehab process.
Ball down low.
So we kind of sequenced it out really well. I thought trying to implement different parts of pitching in a game at a slow pace. Building up obviously pitching in a rookie. So
ball catches the corner. That's a strike.
Feel good about my stuff, which I thought it was at a good point prior to getting into a game. So to see that carry over into that environment's encouraging for sure.
And I'm wondering for you today specifically when you talk about the pitch.
That ball's hit well, but I don't think he got enough of it. That's an out in right field.
A couple change-ups that we saw going to a 3-2 change-up is fun. How much of that was spring training, or are you competing like you're in a regular season game?
It's a hard question to answer. I don't know how well I've been able to disassociate myself from spring training versus a real game. I think that
Corey Misha Jordan, hello.
I'm trying to get guys out.
Yeah, Strider's done. It's preseason. They're just trying to get him ready for the season. Welcome into the channel.
It's different just because I didn't know who was playing until 2 hours ago. So
they're just trying to get ready.
That's obviously a factor here, but I think knowing how limited.
Welcome in.
Obviously, my goal is not really to get us into the deeper innings. So definitely want to mix in a lot of pitches.
Ozuna up there now. 1-0 pitch coming to him with 2 away.
Fewer bullets to work on.
Spencer, I know the previous
line drive center field going to be playable for Mullins. He'll make the catch. That's the end of the 3. We got a 3-all game. Go to the 4th.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, every experience is a learning opportunity, good or bad. So I think that failure and adversity are generally the best teachers and the best opportunities to learn.
He was on a consistent pitch count of 45 today.
Kind of, desensitized to that initial scare of, am I ever going to play again? Am I going to be any good? Is my life over? Is my career over? That first injury, I'm sure Ronald would say the same thing. I know you and I have talked about this. Just the second one, you don't really have that sort of emotional response. It's more of an immediate, logical, rational. What am I going to do? How are we going to make this work? How's this going to be a good thing?
Holiday, Mateo, and Cowser do up. Holiday, Mateo, and Cowser.
We can't wait to see you back in real games. Thanks so much for
you're not going to get that one today, unfortunately. We are going to be doing a bunch of baseball this year, 100+ games on this channel. If you're not subscribed, hit up the number. Make sure you are subscribed if you want to stay in tune with everything we're doing over here on the channel.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you're loving the broadcast so far. If you haven't already, take a moment to like the stream and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on future shows. Now, back to the man himself. Here's Pete with more of the Pete McDevitt Show.
Commercial break. Man, these spring training games, they come back to these games quick. We're already back.
Fourth, and we are just 4 days from opening day, presented by PNC Bank out in San Diego on Thursday. The Braves and the Padres ready to kick off the 2025 campaign. Jesse, back to work. Thanks to Spencer Strider for spending a few minutes with us. And
Chavez kicks and deals to Holiday. Holiday 1 for 1 today.
As regimented and disciplined as I have seen, and you can just tell in the way that he talks and processes things. It's always so calculated.
Yeah, he's never doing anything on the
ball outside 2-0.
Interesting to listen and talk about kind of where he was with the pitch selection today.
Right-hander Chavez, left-hander Holiday.
Pitches and the change up to some degree, but you're absolutely right.
Ball 3-0.
That goes into it. And trying not to be a pain, but I have like a zillion questions I want to ask him, watching what he does and where the modern game is right now. And you're absolutely right. It is unique.
Oh, 4-pitch walk.
Jackson Holiday to start the fourth. And the hope for Spencer Strider, as we said, you get a few starts in the minors and end of April, maybe latest early May, if there are no hiccups. He's back with a big club and ready to rock and roll.
Strike right there.
And in true Spencer fashion, he started things off with a joke about Charlie Morton. So that was good to see.
Line drive. Mateo going to right. That's an out.
Didn't have to move much. Back to the top of the order, and Colton Cowser.
In
the mood.
Third at bat.
Camden yards for Cowser.
Ball outside. 1-1.
And a couple of guys wearing those necklaces, huh? They're trying to bring them back. And the other one was orange and white. This one black and white for Cowser.
Popped him up. Not a good day for Cowser. 2 outs in the inning.
Oh, realistically for Jesse, you think about that.
Here comes Rushman.
Hernandez probably the same. And we thought for De Los Santos and Hector Neris, their locks too, maybe still, but getting a look here at Jesse. Well, they've been added to the roster, right? Did I read that correctly? Yes. In this transaction. So the fact that they're both on Neris and De Los Santos on the 40-man roster leads me to believe that we will see them in San Diego because there's no options remaining for both of those guys. It comes down to what feels like
strike on the corner.
They have not made that final decision on what this thing is going to look like. Is who's your best multi-inning option, and whether that be Ian Anderson, AJ Smith-Shawver, Bryce Elder, perhaps Jesse Chavez. There's a lot of different ways this thing can go. Because you figure Grant Holmes locked into the starting rotation. I believe so.
2 outs here in the inning. Chavez trying to work his way out. 1-1. Curtis family, hello. Thank you. I felt so too. I felt it was pretty solid. Looked like people were having a lot of fun in the chat. Definitely proud of it. Ground ball foul.
AJ's new cutters, kind of fun to watch, and you can see how that is going to be effective for him. Another weapon to help him set up that great changeup that he has. And we are scheduled to see Ian Anderson pitch here today as well. Speaking of the devil, very nice devil, though. This is one of the nicest guys you'll ever come across. And more like speaking of a saint. 2 balls, 2.
Oh, 2-0.
And you may get a guy like Jesse in a situation that we see with Craig Kimbrell and James McCann, right? Veterans that have signed minor league deals that are in minor league camp that'll start the season in the minor leagues. And depending on where Jesse is, that might be a potential option if he agrees to do it.
Popped him up.
Rushman was out in front, and he pops it out to
Center fielder will make the play.
do it. A clean inning for Jesse.
Clean fourth. We're going to the bottom of.
How do we stream all of these games? Well, we engineered a fast, reliable Xfinity internet, so you never miss a moment while streaming live sports. Isn't that
Nothing like hanging with 3 of them, huh?
Well, we got an extra large beaver, a large beaver, and a nice medium beaver.
I mostly
Sure do.
meeting over here. Try to make y'all look fresh. You don't get it.
For the ultimate sports streaming experience with Xfinity Sports News.
Sure do.
$150 a year over YouTube TV. When your pet doesn't feel well, you just want help fast. Meet Dutch. Affordable vet care and prescriptions quickly from home. With Dutch, you can talk to vets same day, even nights.
Question is, which one was Doug?
To help your best friend feel better. Plus, you'll get free shipping and unlimited vet calls and messaging.
He acknowledged he had a beaver.
affordable vet care that's always
That's something you can't take back. When you share your beaver with somebody, you can't take it back.
Meet Earl. Earl, like all cats, craves food that's meaty and juicy. But in a dog eats first world, he's never had food made with his needs in mind. Luckily, his human found Smalls. Smalls makes gently cooked fresh food that's junk food. Just meaty, juicy, natural ingredients. Ready to make 9 lives 10? Visit smalls.com.
There's a lot going on in baseball right now. A lot of games going on right now. 20 subs away from 26,000. We need everybody in here to go find one person. Get them to subscribe to the channel. If we can find one, we are set.
Excited for the season. We're going to miss the views down here in Florida. Back in Northport for the final time this year. Take a look at our Yellowwood Breaking the Lumber feature.
Here comes Michael Harris.
Hits of any Braves so far in spring training. 15 now with the base hit that he had earlier in his first at bat. It's been a solid spring training for Michael. Such a key
First pitch is strike.
The lineup. Right, a guy who could hit leadoff, I think, for a lot of teams. But the way things are set up, it feels like Churchill Profar is going to be that guy. So see him a little bit further down in the order where he has an opportunity to
strike 1-1.
A lot of guys on base in front of him. His pitcher, Dean Kramer, came in last inning. We were talking to Spencer Strider. So Charlie,
thank you, Debbie.
2 innings here today. Gave up 3 runs in the second, and now it's Kramer. And Kramer was a starter for them last year, made 24 starts ERA, just over 4. That was coming in relief. Not sure exactly what that role is going to be for him. I think they're still working through that with the Baltimore Orioles as far as their rotation goes.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kramer gets him. Here comes Albies.
You don't usually see piggyback situations this late in the spring training for 2 starters that would be in the rotation, but I think Kramer will be there with, obviously, Charlie Morton will. Going through some injuries and some other issues right now, and trying to get that all figured out. They did announce they did announce today that Kate Povich will be the 5th and final starter. Okay. And I think now with Kramer's in. Yeah. Interesting that he's Eflin, Kramer, Morton, Sagano, the new guy, and then Povich.
Okay. That's their starting 5. Interesting.
And maybe that's why Charlie only threw the 2 innings. It's a little bit of an older staff now with Kyle Gibson, who they signed late, likely to join that rotation.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs.
Face 5 batters. He's retired all of them. Yeah, they had a lot of injuries last year, and their pitching kind of fell off in the second half. And then, as we mentioned, they were swept by the Royals in the wild card round of the playoffs. And Kyle Bradish having that Tommy John surgery.
First pitch swinging, tapped over to first. Flip to the pitcher covering. Kramer's got it. We're out of the 4th. Heading to the 5th.
Indul Sports Network is now streaming on Fubo. Watch
out of the 4th, heading to the 5th.
Streaming live on all your devices. Plus, over 350 top channels. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Ricky's double your hard-earned dollars. Rickey's is the place. We're doubling down. Right now, Rickey's Kia will double your down payment, or double your trade-in value, or double your tax refund, up to a total of $10,000. Plus, we'll double your factory warranty. Buy a new Kia with
double your warranty.
6 years, or make no payments for 90 days. Plus, we'll get you in and out of the dealership in an hour or less. Rickey's doubles your buying power. Rickey's Kia, I-85 at Gwinnett Place. Rickey's is the place.
The need for heart care can arise when we least expect it. When you look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute, you're never alone. With a leading care team of 100 physicians and more than 55 locations, you get the expertise and quality treatment you can only find at Northside. With advanced cardiovascular services and
we're at a commercial break right now. Commercial break.
Because we're with you every step of the way. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
Ready, set, save.
Georgia Power is more than just your power company. We're your savings sidekick. For all kinds of quick and easy tips to help you save energy and money in no time flat.
Play fair.
And because those little things add up, everyone wins.
3, 2, 1.
Get started at GeorgiaPower.com today.
All right, coming back in, top of the inning.
Braves are back, and it's flash sale time. All tickets in the first half of the season for Sunday through Thursday games are now 25% off. Great deal. Exciting matchups like the Phillies, the Cardinals, the Mets, and more, all part of that sale. And the
Francisco, welcome in. Chavez pitching to O'Hearn.
Braves.com/flash sales. What are you going to need a rewrite on that one?
O'Hearn, Mountcastle, and Josenberger. We got a pinch hitter coming?
Curious to see if there was a number they're trying to get to with Jesse. I certainly want that pitch called a strike. Right, we showed you Ian Anderson up last inning. So the fact that he is going back out, maybe he's not going to just entire inning. And he misses there on 4 straight to O'Hearn.
O'Hearn takes a walk.
Interesting, Brian Sickers.
We got a pinch runner going in for O'Hearn.
Not necessarily thinking Jesse would have more success in Arizona because of the air, and his cutter might not play as well there. Yeah, I think it's interesting for sure. The breaking ball, think about what guys in Colorado go through with their pitches. When you have some higher altitude, you get it in Arizona as well. And also, you just get a look at it right away, get an extra day to evaluate things.
That's foul, 0-1.
Right, so it's in person to see that the stuff still look the same way that it did a year ago. Is his body moving the same way that it always has in the delivery? Can you have confidence that he can repeat what he did? I think so. Oh, 2 to Mountcastle. Back to the netting.
0-2, fouled straight back. Line drive ripped. Foul ball.
Into the seats. Orioles will open north of the border starting up Thursday with the Blue Jays, 4-game set. Then they'll return home to take on the Red Sox. I'm talking about those injuries that they're dealing with in their rotation right now. Grayson Rodriguez not going to be ready. Trevor Rogers, elbow and knee issues for both of those guys. Chilton led to that signing of Kyle Gibson just to get some depth in their organization.
That ball is ripped up the alleyway, off the wall, one hopping. Runners at second and third.
And Brian Stinker is going to come out and remove Jesse Chavez from the game after 39.
Chavez coming out of the game now.
We'll get our next look at Ian Anderson after this.
Okay, so who's
Ian Anderson coming in.
Is it awkward that I like taking a chance now and then? That I like doing my own thing? Is it awkward that I'm no longer that little kid? That maybe mom's not quite ready for this? Okay, so it's awkward. And I'm alright with that. The bigger they get, the more they need a little adventure. Oh, it's so cool!
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, son, focus on what you can control. Everything else, it's just noise.
When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking.
That's all right now.
Let's focus. What are your top priorities?
The morning hits hard when you get up early. You're obviously tired and looking surly. The day is long and can feel like a grind, but you'll get fully stocked and everything will be fine. At a racetrack, it's
A dumb commercial, but it works.
yeah, that tracks.
You've been in a serious crash. Now the insurance company thinks you deserve little to nothing for what you've been through.
I won't let that happen to you. Get the real money you deserve.
Get the strong arm. Attorney John Foy and Associates.
So Justin Chavez has got a few issues out there, and then the things who gave up the walk and the double, he is out. Ian Anderson is.
Ian Anderson coming in.
And for the first time in his professional.
Ian Anderson's your pitcher now. Top of 5. Orioles with second and third. Nobody out.
In the minor leagues. So you're witnessing some history here today. Really, more importantly for the Braves, they want to see how he reacts, and he gets back against the wall right away.
Ball down low.
Position now he is facing a minor leaguer here in Josenberger.
Josenberger up here. I don't know much about these kids. Check swing.
And for Ian Anderson, no doubt this week, probably having some conversations with other relievers. Pretty much everybody had been a starter at some point in their career. You're talking to your pitching coaches as well as far as he adjusts. He was throwing for quite a while down there. That's one of the biggest ones, is getting comfortable with your warm-ups.
Ground ball up the middle. Knocks it down. Throws to first. Can't get him. That's going to be an infield hit. And a run scores. Orioles go up 4-3. That ball was stung up the middle.
But he's such a good defender that the anticipation was that he was going to be able to make this play. He's in the perfect position. And you get that second hop and in and out of the glove. It just bounced away too far, unfortunately for him, to be able to recover in time.
Oh, wow. They're going to score that in error. Tough score. That's the error up the middle. Not an RBI.
He's trying to throw that fastball to the arm side, but he's missing inside to these lefties, cutting that fastball.
Does that tell you anything?
You know, it very easily could be mechanical. You wonder sometimes if it's a little bit tight, if there's just something very small that's causing you to just kind of jerk that pitch a little bit instead of getting through it. It could be hip related a lot of times in the direction in which your hips are going. It doesn't take much to get thrown off. Once you get around that pitch, has the grip altered at all. It's very easy for a grip on your pitch to just alter a little bit. You don't even realize it. And all of a sudden it starts acting differently.
Foul ball.
Get out of play. 1-2.
And that's why for the Braves, they do have the Hawkeye system in this ballpark, which should be able to help a little bit to see if they notice anything different from where he was prior to getting hurt. As far as release point goes, extension, those kinds of things.
Anderson, 1 ball, 2 strikes here, dealing to Mullen.
Ball down low, 2-2.
Trying to slide her down and in.
Grounded foul.
Mullins reaches down, gets a piece of the changeup. Been 2.5 years since Ian Anderson pitched for the big club back in August.
2.5 years since this guy's pitched.
Tommy John and only pitched once for Gwinnett in 2023.
Popped up.
Trying to make the big club here in 25. He induces a towering pop towards Orlando Arcia that he takes.
One out here in the fifth.
Third baseman Ramon Urias, who's hit it hard a couple of times today.
Urias.
In the second inning, then lined out hard to Ozzy Albies in the third. For Anderson, I have to think, CJ, too, even though you're a professional, you've been through a lot of battles, you're hearing everybody talk about you can't find the zone, you can't find the zone, and sometimes
First and third, one away.
Kind of get a life of its own when you start thinking about it too much. Absolutely.
Oh, nice pitch. That's a strike. 1-1.
You get certain personalities where you feel like it wouldn't get too locked up, but you never know what's going on inside a guy's brain while he's competing. Right? It's one thing when you're having a conversation with a guy and he seems so kind of free and easy. But what about when it matters most? He obviously wants to deliver for this team. He understands the situation. So, yeah, he could be putting a little bit of extra pressure on himself for thinking about those walks too much.
Yep. 2-1. What's up, Vape? How you doing, bud? Welcome in.
He's been through a lot. The surgery, the recovery, trying to climb back to this point when at one point he felt like he was on top of the mountain with the Braves. So much excitement for his
popped up foul.
Before that injury.
Two balls, two strikes, one away. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out up top. Wow.
Four-seam fastball gets Urias. A good sign to see there with the velocity from Ian Anderson. Look at him as a pretty good ground ball pitcher, but there's a fastball up and in that Urias is laid up. Two down, and now he faces the talented youngster Jackson Holliday, who has singled and walked so far.
Let's see what Holliday can do here. Outside corner for a strike. 2 outs here in the inning.
Overall top prospect in baseball last year. He debuted at 20 years of age.
Dun, 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 dun.
At the corners, 2 down, 2-1 pitch. 2-2. And this young man, Jackson Holliday, started today at shortstop. Gunnar Henderson out injured, won't be ready for opening day for Baltimore, but they hope to have him soon after opening day. And a 2-2 pitch to him from Ian Anderson. It is fouled out of play. So he goes heater there with velo at 95 miles an hour. We know the go-to pitch for Ian Anderson is that changeup. That's how he started this at-bat here against Jackson Holliday. Let's see if he just decides to try to finish it with it. Just feeds off well after that last fastball he threw. 94, touch outside.
All right, all right, all right.
Very nice, very nice. Ralston found 19 months support. Membership is okay, but I'm at a great community. That's nice. Base hit, line drive for the O's. 1 run will score. Holliday with another RBI in it. That's sweet. Holliday hitting the ball a little bit. Thank you, Ross. I appreciate your support.
Can't really shoot corners with the way things have gone from the command.
I can tell it's going to rain tomorrow. I can feel it in my body.
But it's not going to be that best version of the Ian Anderson changeup in that count. Give Holiday some credit. He's had a good day today. Been on base all 3 times. He's having a really good spring, just like he did a year ago at solid spring training.
First and third, Mateo up there, 2-way. Score is over the total.
Born into MLB royalty.
I said the Orioles plus 1.5 runs was the play. They'd be up 6.5 to 3 right now.
Had his struggles last year, but a lot expected of that young man. Still only 21 years old.
Upstairs ball, 2-0. Ball upstairs, 3-0. Ball 4. There's a walk upstairs. Laureano is going to replace Cowser.
Achilles heel for Anderson striking again, and now bases loaded. Braves are going to see a familiar face now. Ian Anderson will be facing Ramon Laureano, who's going to pinch hit here. Of course, finished last year with the Braves, helped him get into the playoffs, and then the Orioles got him in the offseason. He was great. I thought maybe there would be a chance that he was back, but I think the way that we saw the offseason kind of unfold for the Braves, it was about trying to have some of that financial flexibility, and of course you go out and get Church and Profar, and that's a great sign to add to your outfield. But once he started getting that regular playing time,
Laureano, former Brave.
Swing and a miss. Anderson back in the zone.
Big swing and a miss.
They've got O'Neill, Mullins, and Cowser in the outfield, so Laureano a depth piece, really, for Baltimore, which he was pretty honest about when he first got here from Cleveland last year.
2-2.
Didn't love it. Didn't love it.
Oh, sorry.
Playing regularly and even
should be 1-1.
Things off with the Braves. It was a little bit
there, they fixed it. 1-1.
He did okay, but it wasn't until he started playing every day that he looked really good. He's going to have to adjust again now with the Orioles.
Line drive over to left. Base hit. No, take it away. Profar comes in to take it away. Bottom of the 5th coming up.
Welcome to the team. Thanks. It's hangable.
Government helps neutralize odor-causing.
We appreciate Ross and every other member. We are continuing to work to build our army. That's a good thing. Support helps the channel.
2 years. Doesn't that blow your mind? Families can switch to T-Mobile and get all the benefits of their plans while saving 20%. T-Mobile. T-Mobile will also give you up to $800 when you switch.
Arcia, Trump, Profar coming up.
Go to T-Mobile.com to see how families can save 20% and $800. That's lunch.
There's beavers on my channel again. I keep getting this Lombardo yellow wall beaver commercial. Talk about beavers the night before, you get them the next day. That's the way it rolls.
Synovus is the bank that helps you step up to the plate for your big league dreams. Get there with Synovus.
Nice day here at Northport, bottom of the 5th. And Jesse Chavez is joining us from the dugout, our old friend, as we call Coach. Coach, you're back now. It's like the The sixth time you've left and been back, what are the emotions like coming back here again?
Beavers. Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop over. Oh, nice pick at first.
You can't just replicate that.
That's an out.
You've been through it before, but now you're 41 now. You did it last year at age 40. So what was the reception like, and what kind of feeling was it?
Yes, that was beautiful. Just the first time we get called up to the big leagues, you're just overwhelmed, just enjoyed, grateful, and blessed. Just put all that into perspective and just try to come out here and do your job.
Hey, take me through these last couple of days. I mean, you were at Surprise, Arizona not that long ago. It didn't work out with the Rangers. It seems like just like that. Now you're on the other side of the United States pitching. Give us the itinerary. Like, what's been going on?
Surf bomb.
I can't believe that you were out there pitching.
Delay. Oh, boy, dude, travel safe, my brother. We love you, John. Travel safe. Have a great time out there. Have a great time out there. Do everything that Doug wouldn't do. That's your key.
Some come far and few between, and some come often. So I'm just trying to take everyone I can get and run with that.
So you were in Arizona. You said 3 o'clock yesterday. You got on a flight to fly here, and then get the middle of an inning on top of it. I know you, man. You roll with anything. But that to me seems pretty incredible. And the older we get, sometimes the harder.
Popped up foul. 1-2 remains on Arcia.
You're out there today with some runners on base on the body field.
Body feels great. Went into the off season, focused on getting the right things right and the bad things good. Woke up and every day got better and better, and things got crisper and crisper, and here we are. I'm just happy to have a job.
So, Coach, when you got the news from the Rangers that it wasn't going to work out there, how long was it before the name Alex Anthopoulos popped up on your phone?
You just want to see things through from start to finish, and it didn't work out.
No, poor Doug. He was sending me pictures yesterday.
Something I thought was, I'd try and reach out to him as quick as I can when I was able to, without pushing any guidelines and breaking any rules. Thankfully.
Foul ball strike. 2 outs in the inning.
Families involved in these decisions you talk about are often. I got to believe the reason you even gave it a shot this year. And by the way, you had some Michael Harris waving behind you. But how the conversations go with the family over these last couple of days?
A lot of head scratching. Not knowing what we're going to do, what's going to lie in front of us, what we want to do as a family, how we want to move forward. This is the last spring, or if we have another year. But phone calls have been kind of
ball down low.
Compared to years.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Clock's always ticking, time's always up. But just want to go out there and get it all out on the field. And
all right, have a good day at work. Preston has gone to work.
Coach, whether that happens today or in 5 more years, I want you to know that you are as beloved of a player as there can be, and that's because of the person and the individual.
Big swing and a miss. Thank you, William, for dropping a light. End of the 5th. End of the 5th. Orioles with a 2-run lead. Oh, Lord, Douglas. Y'all are ridiculous.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. You may not even know you have it, but you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test.
Sanchez, Servideo,
You can change the outcome.
Machin.
Prevent or delay type 2 diabetes.
Bunch of guys I don't know. Coming up.
Smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Destin Fort Walton Beach, Florida. On to the sixth, 5-3. Baltimore leading Atlanta. And Ian Anderson back to work for the Braves. Well, CJ, you can just tell.
Oh, Lord.
Jesse Chavez, for how fun he is, lighthearted, what a great guy he's in the clubhouse. He's emotional, and you could just feel the emotions they're talking about possibly coming back here, bubbling to the forefront. This organization means a lot to him. Obviously, he's been around. He's been at a lot of different places, but this is home.
Pitch comes in. That's a strike. Top of 6.
He has reached so many lives and so many players that have had the opportunity to call him a teammate and joke around. Basically, if you haven't played with Jesse Chavez, you probably haven't played Major League Baseball. He's been doing it at the big league level since 08.
Fly ball, center field. That's playable. That's an out. One away.
Eli White has replaced Michael Harris out there. And he is so well received everywhere he goes by his teammates. People love talking about him, love talking about the fact that they got to play with him. And he's just that kind of guy.
We are 19 subs now. We keep chipping away. One more away from that 26K.
Yesterday, 3 o'clock, jump on a plane, race here, get into a game, get your uni, get fitted, all that stuff. It's not easy to do. And then all the emotion of like, remember he got
foul
with the Rangers. He might have thought that was it. So he was probably already having those conversations that he alluded to with his family. Like, my career may have just ended when Chris Shelton told me that I was released in Texas. And then he gets another emotional call from Alex Anthopoulos, and right back here. Doesn't matter how long you've been around, especially as you start to get toward the end. And
Linda Simmons, hello. You wish they would have got rid of Arcia this. Okay. Linda, we're going to be doing your Braves a bunch this early season. Saturday and Sunday of this coming weekend, I'm doing both games. I think they're playing the Pods. Make sure you're subscribed and come back over as we hit up your Braves.
Whatever happens, what a career it's been. I think he, at least if he wants to, certainly. Worst case.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout from Cerveo. Cervideo. He's gone. He don't even have his number on his back. He's not coming back.
We don't know what exactly the Braves are thinking. But he's also, the way he said it too, it's few and far between to get to do that. I mean, some of the absolute greats have the uniform taken away from them. And then there's the rest of us that they're absolutely taking it. A few actually walk up.
Ball upstairs to Machen.
Some of us, our high school coach took the jersey away. So, Brandon, if you're not always about broadcast, you got a pretty good voice.
Ground ball hit over to third. Up clean, over to first. That's the out. End of the 6th that quickly.
It's truck month with the Ford crew.
Sometimes you got to take a whiz, John. Sometimes you got to take a whiz.
Time is running out for our best deals on Ranger and Maverick, and America's best-selling trucks for 48 years, Ford F-Series.
Now, get 2.9% for 72 months plus $7,750 total savings plus no payments for 90 days, or get $11,250 total savings on select F-150s.
Trains.
Da, da, da.
Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel. Clearing the way.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Welcome to the clubhouse, Michael Lee. Thank you for following.
Me and the wife are house hunting. Just got pre-approved for a mortgage with Navy Federal Credit Union. No down payment. Roger that. Yeah, roof's in good shape, and it's on a cul-de-sac.
Get 100% financing from a top VA loan provider.
Bank left. There's another listing on Walker Road. I think it's got a...
Proudly serving the entire military community. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Jesse Glover here. Very excited to tell you about the Modular One Ultimate Seating Solution from Rooms to Go. A perfect fit for every room. Now on sale.
Jones, Vertigo, Osuna. Vertigo's over there?
Choose from 6 versatile, functional pieces in fabulous colors. Pick what you need.
No, Verdung. That's a little bit different guy. Verdung. That's dung, not dew.
At the Rooms to Go anniversary sale. Your room, your way.
They did this last year here in Northport, where they tried to set the world record for the most beach balls in the air at one time. And I think they broke last year's record. We threw out about 50, 75 of them.
Mine feels like it was more than that. See, I tried to put a little velo on it. Not that there's much left in the tank. You can't hurt anybody with it, right? So you throw them as hard as you want, straight down. But I'm out of breath, which is not a great sign.
So I am too, also not. So for the fans, you bounce them in the air for what? At what point do the fans say, okay, that's enough? Or they just bring them down?
I don't know. It looks great. It's a good look right there. Right. Put something on it. I'm short on these ends with the tighter rotator.
Morton, like, yeah. They're slapping their balls in Atlanta right now. There's beach balls everywhere.
If you are a Braves fan, even if you're not, you haven't been down here, this is such a great spot to come visit and take in spring training baseball.
Just keep going, I guess they say, and enjoy the chaos in the background.
All right, here we go. Jones is up, bottom of 6. 18 subs to go.
Version of the 7th inning stretch. Everybody gets these super long balloons. I mean, if you blow them up, they're at least 2, maybe 3 feet long. You blow them up, they sing like a fight song together, and then they all let the air out at the same time. And they just take off. And then it's just showering the team I play for yellow balloons. It was great.
That is cool.
And and they squeal. Those balloons, you let them go. So imagine 25,000 balloons just all at the same time. It's a good time.
The beach balls now are kind of dying down. Everyone's saying, okay, we're just going to hold it. Eli White, first plate appearance today.
Fouls it straight back. White is up here now. White. Eli White, first at bat.
I think it was Michael Lyons, the Orioles GM. I just saw kind of
one in the dress shirt.
Yeah, taking it all in. Trying to evaluate.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Kramer over here, where his beach balls flying all over the place.
Third inning of work for this right-hander, Kramer.
Who else is going to show up to the ballpark in a dress shirt, right?
I was wondering, it's Sunday. It's not some guy who cut out from Chase Bank to get over here. Now Eli White back to the dugout, 1 away. Now Dick Allen standing in. He replaced
Mr. Condon, packing for vacation. I hope you have a good time. Jeff will be. I was going to call you today, see how you were doing, but there you are.
Excited for what he's going to bring to this club this year. We saw the Braves go through multiple backup infielders last year, of course, with the outfielders as well, but when they needed help with all the injuries. Now they got a really good
1-0 taken, 2-0.
Nick Allen was wearing number 60, but respectfully gave it to Jesse Chavez on his return.
Oh, very nice.
Backhanded at short, but also dropped. And Allen now wearing
Backhanded over to short, and he dropped it. Of course he did.
That's the thing about number 2. He's nearly impossible to get out. He's never not gotten on base. When he's number 2, this should be an infield hit, I think.
Have a great time, bud.
I like number 60, but I really, really like number 2 here. That's a great shortstop number, as we know.
It was fun to shoot the breeze with him yesterday, though. He seemed like a fun guy. Very free of speech and just open to telling you whatever's on his mind.
Pitch comes in from Kramer. That's a strike.
He had 2 in his mind anyway. He wore that in 2022 and 23 with the then Oakland A's. Last year, he was number 10. Just go back and see who might have been.
Gouchette. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
It fits a little better for a shortstop than number 60.
He knew he was on this club.
Yeah, we hope Jeff has a great trip. Safe. Same with John. Both you guys travel safe. Be safe.
Kramer with a cutter. Gouchette chased it, and he's down on strikes.
Big one today.
Down on strikes. Got him. 2 away. Went fishing after the change-up breaking ball there.
to reach so far since Gene Kramer came into the game in the third after Charlie Morton pitched the first two. All Braves, all 3 runs for Atlanta. They came back in the second against Charlie Morton.
You watch any college baseball this year?
A little bit.
You see how they're using the 2 bases now, right?
Yes.
The orange base. You see what happened? The kid that got kicked off yesterday?
Yeah, he was on the wrong base.
Kid slid back in and then got up and only stood on the orange base and got tagged out.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
They need to work on the kinks on that one a little bit.
Got to be on the white base for it to count. I guess the idea there is hoping to help avoid against any collisions. We see it in softball as well. It makes some sense, but it is only for when you put the ball in play. Once you get to first, you got to pretend that orange base is no longer there.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. Runner takes off for third. Cruz to second is out, and that'll end the inning. Dayla Cruz tries to go to second on the play. He's out. Heading to the 7th inning.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event to save on an award-winning new Nissan, like Kicks, J.D. Power's most dependable small SUV. Sentra, a consumer.
Don't forget, we'll be live here tonight at 6 o'clock for the Triple C's. Molly, Tina,
at the Nissan Now sales event.
Debbie Bernfeld watching, keeping control of things.
Nissan Sentra.
Stephanie will be on the screen. Doug will be there with his beaver. He'll be watching.
I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free.
Meal kits are the worst. No, really, I've tried them all and they are all the same. But something better has entered the chat.
Josenberger, Anderson, and Kirkstead coming up.
Say goodbye to meal kits and say hello to dinner that cooks itself. Tobala takes all the guesswork out of your daily cooking. Just scan a code, sit back, and let the Tobala do.
Looks like the stream's been shared out pretty well. Let's just checking that out real quick.
It's a vibe. It's Tobala. Get started at Tobala.
Even I know when I've met my match. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty. Call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Dun,
Tell
dun,
them I sent
dun.
you and get your first month free. Call Choice Home Warranty before it's too late. Call for your free quote today.
7th inning, here we come. 5-3 Orioles as we take a look at our Synovus Get Their feature in the game. And new hitting coach Tim Hires. This is his resume. 7 seasons, Red Sox and Rangers, couple of World Series titles. But look at that third bullet. He attended Newton County High School in Georgia. He is a native of the area, and we are excited to have him on the staff and with us here. Tim, thanks for joining us with your Georgia.
They're doing interviews as we go through here. First pitch swinging by the left-hander, Josenberg.
Went through the whole interview process, and it was exciting, and it feels like a great fit. You're working with some really good guys, and it's been a great spring training so far.
Base hit up the middle for the kid I have never heard of.
Success, I assume you knew quite a few of these staff, Brave staff already.
I did. That's sort of made it an easy position, and being teammates with them now, it's a different feel, but it's been fun, and catching up with some of the guys.
So let's get into kind of some of these hitters, and obviously George Profar also.
Right-hander Anderson up there to Kirkstead.
Some big adjustments last year. And I imagine with that leg kick and what he's doing with his lower body is something you guys probably talked about from the very beginning for Braves fans. The simplest
Fly ball foul.
What he's doing and how it changed what he did last year.
Yeah, I think he just got more linear move. He got a leg kick that helped him get into his legs, and he felt like he had a lot more power, and obviously the numbers showed that.
And I also wonder, too, as you're sitting here watching guys, I'm sure things pop through your mind. You're watching a hitter. You don't want to come in and just throw a bunch of information at guys, but the get-to-know-you process and maybe slowly starting to add.
Ball upstairs, 1-1.
How's that process been for you with some of these guys?
Yes, you nailed it. That was the big goal for me, was to get to know how they react in game action. A lot of the guys, they look really good in the cages.
This guy has almost no personality they're interviewing.
How do they make the adjustments? How does pitchers
got a blank look on his face? I'm just talking to the pitchers, telling them what to do, trying to get to know them. I'm just standing here. I died 6 weeks ago. Nobody told me.
It's going to be a new process for the guys, right? Everybody
No personality.
A little bit differently for you, kind of introducing.
Throw to first. He's back.
Hitters with. It's going to look different no matter who
was here before. It's kind of how things work. How's that gone for you? And
You met Dale Earnhardt Sr. at Jolly Rogers kart track. Nice. Very cool. I met Zippity Doo Doug. I asked for an autograph. He said, no, kid, go away. Fly ball, center field. Deep center field at the track. Runs it down. Doug will be live on Thursday doing his runway show. He'll be live tomorrow at 9 o'clock doing his normal show. Steve will be back. That'll be his first day back. That'll be good. I'm sure we'll hear about some cruise stuff that Steve will fabricate and make bigger than it was. And that'll make it exciting to listen to. If Steve won $100 at the blackjack table, he'll tell you he won $1,000. They offered him a comp room, and two ladies in cocktail dresses confused him for George Clooney. You'll hear all that.
Working with you to kind of put this best product on the field, but Hugh and Carlos, they come in with a lot of positive reviews as well.
Yes, they do.
$100 for autographs? I didn't have that kind of money on me.
Just a really good bright mind on the hitting part, and he understands the technology really well. And Carlos is a great human being. Works extremely hard, and brings energy in the cages, and so it makes it a real good environment for the players and for the guys to get to work out.
Now let's talk about the arm, and I mean your arm in particular. The idea of throwing batting practice back, we're getting up there in age.
1-1 pitch. On the outside, throw to second, he steals the bag. Josenberg steals the bag.
A few minutes ago,
yeah, that's so great. That's what baseballs look like when I threw that particularly hitters. And my arm feels about the same, which is not so good.
I think you can make it come back.
Hey, Tim, we're extremely excited to have you as part of the Braves organization. I know for you it feels like a homecoming, and just excited to see what the future holds, and we appreciate you.
Thank you for dropping his link in. Click on Doug's link. Give him a follow over there, everybody. Special rate, $50. That's Debbie. Debbie was $50. She did a meet and greet. She signed her book. She did a moonshine shot with you. Good morning, Andrew. Fly ball down the left field line. Anderson, foul. You get all the guys coming to the plate for the Orioles that have no name on their back. That's like a Rena uniform.
96. I know the Braves had won the World Series in 95. I dated all to that. I was in middle school. But just such a good human being who deserves this. You saw all that success already, a couple of World Series rings under his belt. None would mean more than to get himself an Atlanta Braves World Series ring. Yeah, it's pretty special.
Walk.
This is Anderson.
First and second. You give a discount to your followers? That's good, Debbie.
So runners at first and second.
All right, who's up? Solo, pinch hitter.
Soto now is
Soto. His name is actually Soto. Soto, but I call him Solo. Like Han. Meow. Meow.
50th pitch of the day for Anderson.
Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Swing and a miss. Be very curious for Ian Anderson how he felt coming into the middle of an inning. We talked about this. This is his first ever relief appearance at any level in his career. It's a completely different set of emotions. One he's also trying to.
Sullivan is not happy.
On this opening day roster, looks like he's starting to settle in a little bit. The previous inning was a pretty good one for him, and see now if he can get himself out of this jam.
Somebody ordered food, probably my daughter. Let me grab Sullivan. Sullivan's trying to take that guy out. Alex Miller, hello.
And the 1-2 from the righty.
Ground ball to first. They get him at second. Back to first. Double play.
3-6-3 double play, but executed perfectly. Stretched out in the fourth quarter.
Where are you?
Endel Sports Network is now streaming on Hulu. Watch the Braves and more of your local teams. Streaming live on all your devices. plus over 350 top channels. Start watching at FuboTV.com. How do you describe the soft drink cheer wine for someone who hasn't tried it yet? Well, you should start with its unique cherry taste. There really is nothing else like it. Then you'd want to talk about the one-of-a-kind fizz. Cheer wine bubbles have their own amazing energy. Most importantly, you'd want to talk about how cheer wine makes you feel. Refreshed, energized, and most of all, happy. Then just tell them to head to cheerwine.com to find out where to pick some up. Cheer wine and cheer wine zero sugar. Uniquely so.
Bounce from one doctor to the next. Did they even send my report? Wait, was I supposed to bring out? Then there's the forms, the bills, the not bills, the.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. Sullivan was all riled up. He does not like people at the door.
In one place. At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together for all that is you. There are certain things you can do in a house that will last for the ages. TimberTech
Chavez, Jones, and Verdun coming up. All these people we don't know.
For all of the things that we wanted, appearance, durability, there is no other choice. It's that good.
My name's Augustus.
Seventh inning stretch. I'll do it after this since I was messing with him.
It's such a fun thing to do. Sometimes a bit hard balancing, but it's super fun when you get something on the hook. I got one! Oh, you're big.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Destin Fort Walton Beach, Florida. They're going to miss that, but...
All right, Kramer's still up on the hill.
The other side of the country out in San Diego and then L.A. before heading back to Atlanta for the home opener in early April. And several people have asked how it's going to work out in those two games in Chicago. The Braves will take a host of minor leaguers as well because you don't want those big leaguers playing a full 9 innings.
Yeah, probably 20 or so.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Games against the Cubs at their spring training complex there in Mesa. And I'd be curious to see how Braves hitters and quite honestly everybody wants to play this thing because you get travel today, day game tomorrow. That's going to be a really quick turn.
Strike right there, 1 and 2.
For some players, they prefer not to have 2 days.
Andrew, how you doing? Alex, how you doing?
In the second game on Tuesday, day off Wednesday, start the season. I think that's how we'll go down, but I think it'll be a little bit different for everybody. For relievers, do you want to have 1 day off or do you want to have 2 days off? The other caveat there is it's 7 straight games once the season starts. So you got to be a little bit careful with that as well. It'll be interesting to see how Smith and the boys play it. Yeah, so an off day the day before opening day on the 26th, and then your next off day is before the
strike 3. Take a seat over there. Kramer gets him. Favorite? I don't have a really favorite, Colonel or William. Don't really have a favorite one. Just happy to be calling them.
My monitor's out up here in the booth. That means it's time to get the season started. Well, time to get going. Shutting down here in North Court.
Ground ball tapped over to third. On the run. Didn't get him. Base hit. Beat it out with his speed.
Our fans, you can catch student athletes from Division I programs in historically black colleges and universities in Atlanta for the HBCU Swingman Classic. That's July 11th at Truist Park, all part of the All-Star festivities. For more info, for tickets, go to allstargame.com. Here is Will Verdun. That's pretty close. Sanchez, new acquisition.
Dung is up.
Figures to get some time. A catcher, veteran throws down, but he's always had a really strong arm. He's always had power in that bat. There's some times there where you wondered about Gary Sanchez and where his career was headed, but he's done a good job.
Throw to first. Oh, I thought they had him. Kramer thought they had him.
Kramer kind of laughing about it. Well, it seemed like the throw beat him. That's whether or not the tag got
there. The tag didn't beat him. The throw beat him, but the tag didn't.
Great swim move. That was impressive. Saw Michael do something similar when he slid in second base. This was a couple of games ago here.
Feel free to use that, Doug.
Olympic swimmer, they call themselves. He can do a lot of things.
Strike right there, 2-1.
Goes back to what I was saying earlier with big leaguers. You reach this level, especially for him being a star of the game, you think he can do anything. I'm sure if you asked him, yeah, I could absolutely give Michael Phelps a run. Yeah, I think that's where you draw the line. That's where you draw the line.
Ball inside, takes the walk. First and second, one away. We'll probably get a new pitcher soon here.
So 2 on here to the bottom of the 7th. Chadwick Trump.
Smooth operator. Great song. Who sang that? Sade? Smooth operator. Line drive foul. Trump today is 0 for 2. Fly ball, right field, going to be playable? No, foul, just foul. Didn't miss by much.
So the only thing that bugs me about that necklace is I really want to see the clasp in the back. I don't like to see it in the front.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Take a seat. Kramer got him.
I don't think he's doing it necessarily on purpose. And it is a fight. I did see that on there, the logo. They're back. Wow. It's a big comeback. All right. Profar coming up. Georgia Natural Gas Green Life Impact player. This will be his last at bat today before he gets removed, most likely. And you can see last season when he hit leadoff, and yeah, it's just nice.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Profar.
But the numbers were really good. They were good. I think that gives the Braves the confidence until Ronald Acuna Jr. gets back to go ahead and let Church and Profar hit leadoff consistently. I kind of thought that when they first signed him, that it would likely play out that way, and I think that's what we're going to see when the season starts, as opposed to what we saw.
Pops that one up foul. 0-2. 18 subs away from our goal.
This provides you that steadiness that we know Brian Snitker loves so much. Of course, that historic season 2 years ago, pretty much the same lineup. Yeah, you didn't even have to look at the lineup card. You just wrote it in. I'm wondering now about those necklaces. Is the trend going to take off? I haven't seen anybody else. I've noticed in the Orioles, we saw a couple of, you get the single there, and then you get the kind of braided one. The tornado, I believe, is what they call it. I think they may be the only team. Think so? Not saying it's a bad look. I just think that's hard to get that straight back and go. All it's got to do is trickle down to the amateur levels, and it's over.
Fly ball left center field. That's going to be tough. It's going to get down. 1 run will definitely score. Second and third, or 2 runs in. 5. Tie game at 5 in the 7th with 2 outs.
Good at bat here from Church and Profar for a guy who's been locked in all afternoon, and Dean Kramer. Looks like a changeup that's on the outside corner, up a little bit, but this is what Tim Myers was talking about, right? The idea of being more linear and not peeling off in your swing, staying true to baseball, even though that pitch was on the corner, because of those swing changes, because he's moving more toward the pitcher, staying in the center of the field.
That was a big hit.
Just long enough. 2 years ago, he's probably rolling over that pitch, and it's a ground ball to the right side.
And now he exits. As we speculated, he wanted one more at bat. They got it for him. He delivered. He's out of the game, and now Eli White at the plate. Eli White nearly got hit with that pitch. That would have been his fourth hit by pitch this spring. Your next closest Brave has one.
Ground ball foul.
Fouls it. 1-2. Eli White will be a part of the opening day roster. He and Nick Allen, as we've talked about, will give the Braves that versatility that they like to have off the bench. Late there, though.
Strike three. Kramer gets him. That'll end the seventh. Let me give you a little bit of a stretch since I didn't give it to you the first one.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you're loving the broadcast so far. If you haven't already, take a moment to like the stream and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on future shows. Now, back to the man himself. Here's Pete with more of the Pete McDevitt Show.
Chaser made up.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Top of the eighth. Thank you to Doug and Debbie today for helping out.
Look at this. You got that in the tank? No. Yeah. Be at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. Ouch. Ow.
Mateo, Laureano, and Sanchez coming up. Mateo, Laureano, and Sanchez.
You certainly do. This is probably how things will play out in that first series, the first three games in San Diego. Now, don't be alarmed about Ronaldo Lopez. He threw a couple of minor league games, so he wasn't in as many A games. That's why you only see the 13 innings. But how about the strikeout to walk here for Chris Sale and Spencer Schwellen, about 46 combined.
Dun, 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 dun.
I got to believe for Alex Anthopoulos and Brian Sticker, they're feeling pretty good about this club. That's certainly what's going on with the top of the rotation. Of course, that does not include Spencer Strider, who at some point, of course, we're going to
Left-hander comes in. Strickland. Samuel Strickland going to pitch for the Braves.
maybe a little bit in the offseason, but probably not much during the regular season.
This game ends in a tie. That plus 1.5 looks pretty good.
You start to daydream about how good it could be. Of course, it was so good last year, even without him. Now you do lose Charlie Morton. We documented that. He pitched today for Baltimore, but a lot to like.
Pitch comes in 1-1.
This is Samuel Strickland pitching here, one of the minor leaguers. 19th round pick 4 years ago out of Samford, which is in Alabama.
Mike B, how you doing?
I think really, as we said, the only question mark is how that bullpen is going to finish off. And yes, who the fifth starter is going to be, but I think you know who the players are. So I'm just more interested to see kind of who they're going to use as that long reliever potentially. And we know this. With the bullpen, there is turnover during the season. It just happens.
You're never going to have the same guys that you start with that you finish with. Guys will be little breaks here and there. Strickland getting a little warning, making sure he's making eye contact before he throws that pitch.
Three balls, two strikes now.
That's why the depth is so important. I think the Braves are really well poised right now with depth with their position players, certainly in the outfield. They're feeling very good about that.
First games that they already played two with the ones in Japan, Mike, that counted. The next games that count are Wednesday and are Thursday. There's no games Wednesday. No games Wednesday.
Maybe Jesse Chavez. We'll see how that plays out. We got to see him pitch today. The veteran guys who have done it. It's nice to see the organization kind of count on that and watch.
Strike three, Mateo. Go take a seat.
Samuel Strickland gets a strikeout. There's one away here.
Thursday is all the opening day.
Second at bat for Ramon Laureano.
Laureano back in there again. No balls, one strike to him.
Strikeout number so far in his career. We saw a good changeup that he threw. Just a lefty is a key pitch to have, and all the righties that he'll face at the big league level. I believe he likely would be ticketed for at least Double-A this year. For Sanford, there just hasn't been that many big league pitchers. Just three.
Fly ball down the left field line. Foul.
I feel like we hear it a lot, but Strickland's another guy who grew up in the Braves footprint and was a Braves fan, native of Birmingham.
Take that back, two.
Do.
One game who's the position player. Got me.
Tomato. Did not go. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him. Strike 3. Take a seat over there, son. 2 outs here in the inning. Top of the 8th.
He does it on changeup again. He's got a good one. You can see why the strikeout numbers were so fucking high for him in A-ball last year. Not necessarily the depth to it, but it's that speed differential that's so deceptive.
It's Gary Sanchez, as we mentioned, one of the off-season acquisitions for the Orioles. He, Tyler O'Neill, and then the pitchers Charlie Morton and Tamayuki Sagano.
Left-hander at the set. Popped up. Sanchez. Short left field. Playable. There's your third out. We're going to the bottom of the 8th.
Cloissy is out there now, and he's got it. Really nice 1-2-3 inning.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine? You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something? Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm gonna go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket. Can I come? Only room for one.
How am I getting home?
Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald.
Fine, but I'm bringing this.
All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it's gonna all work out. Thanks, future me.
Life's better when you're
Dun, 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 dun.
Choose yours. Because when you feel protected,
Allen, Gousset, De La Cruz.
pursue their dreams.
All the minor league players are playing now.
I'm fearless. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Meet Earl. Earl, like all cats, craves food that's meaty and juicy. But in a dog eats first world, he's never had food made with his needs in mind. Luckily, his human found Smalls. Smalls makes gently cooked fresh food that's junk food. Just meaty, juicy, natural ingredients. Ready to make 9 lives 10? Visit smalls.com/TV to receive your first loans.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. By Georgia Power. Score big savings to georgiapower.com/tips. And by Zaxby's Southern Fried Shrimp. Now at Zaxby's. Who's got the sauce? Nokomis Beach, that's where our Braves crew was settled for the last 10 days. Sad to see that come to an end, even though the excitement of opening day on the forefront. But tell you what, it was an awesome 10-day run. CJ was our fantastic crew. And we had a lot of
First pitch fouled off for a strike. Kramer's still in there. 66 pitches strong for him.
Looking forward to going their own separate ways and having their own separate room now.
Ball outside. Up. No, it's Kramer still. It's Kramer. 1-1.
But I think the thing I learned most is the hours that everybody else puts in. They leave early.
They do.
In the morning.
Strike there. 1-2.
Have it easy. They get up early and make all the magic happen. Gretchen Caney, Drew Jenkins, Dave England, Brandon Culpepper were all there with us. With CJ and I in the Airbnb. And
Fly ball left field. That's going to be playable.
out to left field.
That's an out.
Stretches on what flew and what was acceptable in categories.
Yes.
We made it.
And a late night game at Taboo that Brandon Culpepper.
Here comes the coach. They're going to take him out now. Pitch and change coming.
That's going to be it here. Pitching change. 1 out in the bottom of the inning.
1 out in the 8th. We got ourselves a pitch and change. First one of the day. Welcome in, Charles Treadway. We're going to be doing some Braves games this weekend, Charles. I'm doing Saturday night and Sunday night against the Padres. Come hit me up. Hit me up with a subscribe today and come on back. Hello, Walt. Mouse Talk in here. Yep. I knew I called that a month ago. I knew that was going to happen. It is what it is. Welcome in. Walt is our partner channel. He also does the Birdland Network, which I'll be over there on Wednesday with him. 7 o'clock. Talking Orioles baseball. That'll be fun. Yeah, we'll see, Walt. See how this year's going to go.
Plus $500 special cash. Only your
Bravos start the season on the road. Orioles started at home. Thursday.
Chris Sale will be on the mound.
Chris Sale, number 1 for the Braves, starting out.
The Atlanta Braves take on the San Diego Padres. First the stop in Arizona, but then on to Petco. Hard to believe. We're just 4 days.
4 days to opening day. This is great. It's like a baseball fan's 3 days before Christmas. I'm waiting to see Joe DiMaggio come walking down my chimney with a bag in his hand. Yeah, I hope they can pull that out. I'm doing a couple of games. I just can't do opening day.
He was dominant. They really missed him last year.
Oh, I didn't even get to play his thing because he's coming in. Hold on. I'm playing it real quick. I haven't been able to play that for a long time. The mountain is on the bump. Bautista out there.
He gets another opportunity here on March 23rd against Atlanta.
1 out in the inning.
99 miles an hour with a really good split slider in the big.
There's the slider right there, 2-1. Dumitru is in the game. All the players from the minor league are kind of getting in right now. Would not surprise. There's a strike on the fastball. Would not surprise me if this game ended in a tie.
2-2. Titus Dimitru. New Mexico State, but he's drafted him 6.
2 balls, 2 strikes to him. Bautista kicks and deals.
Spent last season in Augusta.
Down low in the dirt. No way to hit that at all. 3-2.
And as you might imagine, this is the first time that he has ever faced Bautista.
The mountain of a man, Bautista. Fastball, he fouls it off. I hate that we don't have a speed gun. It drives me nuts.
Beating a little faster against Bautista. Yeah, you got a big guy, first of all, staring you down. Maybe one of the biggest he's probably seen. Not just that he's tall, but he's just big. That's why they call him the mountain. He's wide, and he's got a high-powered arm.
Strike 3 right there on the corner. Bautista sits him down. 2 outs in the inning.
And there is, I should say, 2 outs here.
We are 17 subs away from 26,000. We're getting there. 17 to 26.
They call him the mountain. They call Brandon Culpepper, our guy after that game at Taboo, the gusher.
De La Cruz up there ready to swing. Nasty slider just misses up top.
Can't wait to see him in that sport coat on.
Just a bit offside.
TSA.
That slider's moving. Ball down low.
Matchup of big leaguers here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th.
Oh, inside almost hit him. 3-0. Good Lord, that would have stung. That would have stung. 15 subscribers now to 26K. Thank you, everybody, helping us out today. 15 away.
In the upper 90s.
Wow, just missed up top.
That would just miss. So 4 straight balls, 2-out walk for De La Cruz. After San Diego's, we talked about the Braves Bowl.
2 outs here in the 8th.
The Dodgers already beat the Cubs twice, those games in Tokyo, which the viewership over there was just out of this world for those 2 games. Yeah, when you look at all the combined platforms, up around 25 million.
Strike right there. First pitch coming in here.
Story here with those games starting.
Tavares.
Eastern time. So I mean, Dodger fans were up at 3 a.m. watching those games. There were Cubs fans at 5 a.m. But it was a big hit. But the Dodgers winning both of those.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Interesting, the Braves will play the Cubs a couple of games tomorrow when they've already started their regular season, technically. That's awkward. That is almost a little bit deflating right here. Not only was it...
What's up, SpongeBob? Welcome in.
Everything else that was going on, everything else you were taking in, all the festivities while you're also playing big league games in the Tokyo Dome. And now you go back to Arizona to play spring training games, which don't quite bring the same energy.
Throw to first, runners back.
It's just, I think, what Major League Baseball wanted, and the viewership over there, as you said, CJ, certainly what Major League Baseball was hoping for with the Dodgers and Cubs tangling.
0-2 pitch coming in.
Started for the Cubs. You get Yamamoto, you have Sasaki, Otani, so you have all those Japanese stars.
Oh, just missed inside. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Bautista kicks and deals. Strike 3.
Strike 3. Sit down over there, son.
That's a strikeout.
Strike 3. You're out, meathead.
All right, going to the top of the 9th. Last chance for both teams. Hello, Regina Erie. I assume that you are okay in Vegas, safely down on the ground, possibly at the Bunny Ranch. Thank you, SpongeBob. Maybe Regina may be at the Bunny Ranch, looking at rabbits.
Trains that use the power of Dell AI and Intel.
Yes, I'm glad you got there safely. I love me some Regina Erie.
Exactly where you belong.
When an illness
Regina, while you're out there and having fun and doing all the stuff out there, keep your eyes open, because you may see kind of things like you saw late last night.
Well, we got an extra large beaver, a large beaver, and a nice medium beaver.
Get to know our family.
Might see that while you're out there.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Luke, walk us through that replay. As you can see right here, this guy's racing in like a center field.
Top of the ninth. Servideo, Mason, Josenberger.
And you're out. Trusted for over 30 years by hundreds of thousands of homeowners. CPI Secure, your best defense.
Get 50% off everything when you install a new system.
Debbie Bernfeld told me to do that. She said, you need to do this. If Regina comes on, you've got to do this. I said, Debbie, I don't want to do that. She said, you got to do it.
In the final spring training game here in Florida. A couple more that we'll have in Arizona. But earlier before the game, a really nice moment here for the Manzolino family. That is Doug Manzolino on the right in the Braves uniform, Tony Manzolino in the left. He's the third base coach here with the Baltimore Orioles. And Doug Manzolino, you see it there, the Braves advisor, who's been in the game for a long time. Very cool to see his son coaching in the big leagues and doing it with the Baltimore Orioles. And so they exchanged.
Ball down low, 1-0.
Doug Manzolino, he's been at it for a long time. I had him as a third base coach 26 years ago with the Detroit Tigers. And
welcome back in, Monorail Molly. Ball upstairs, 2-0.
Nice family moment there for the Manzolinos.
Yeah, really cool. I think Tony's been in the weight room a little more than Papa Doug. Doug, you mentioned the time with the Tigers.
There's a corner strike, 2-1.
He's also coached third base a couple of times in his big league career, so he could give son Tony a few tips.
Everybody saying hello to Regina and hello to Molly. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Sends and their worst sends. I know they had this one guy thrown out by 25 feet.
Tony's been with the Orioles wearing that uniform for 5 years now.
And he had a pretty lengthy minor league career. Played his college baseball at Vanderbilt.
Strike 3. Take a seat over there.
And Wall coming on here for Atlanta. 5 pitches to get Machine.
So it's a lot more common now. But Doug's story is really interesting because he never played in the minor leagues. He got into baseball.
Ryan Rowe, how you doing, buddy?
Managed a little bit in the minor leagues.
Good to see you.
The big leagues, but I remember playing in the minor leagues. It's pretty impressive. Again, we see it more now. But back when I had him in the late 90s and early 2000s, it was a pretty big deal that he was able to make that call.
Pitch comes inside from Wall to Machine. 1-0.
They did shake hands. He's all right, but they did eventually hug. We were like, oh, come on, guys. Hug it out there when you exchange the lineup cards.
Too formal. I mean, I get it. It's a baseball game, but that's family.
And then you quoted Tom.
Yep, he's out there for a convention. He said it went very well out there. Fly ball, center field, playable, caught at the wall.
Is going to hold it. Eli right on the track. 2 down. Well, the Braves will celebrate opening day this Thursday, March 27th, with an opening day block party in Summerhill, one of Atlanta's most historic neighborhoods. You can enjoy local food, game day entertainment, watch the Braves take on the Padres. Want to learn more? Braves.com/watch party. And we will see you there. We won't be there literally, but we will be there with you via television.
2 outs here in the inning.
We're not going to see it
0-0 yesterday, and maybe we'll have 5-5.
Strike right there. 1-1.
I don't know what the numbers. They don't put it in the standings, or at least not when you see the record, right? The Braves came in 12-12. I don't even know how many spring training games they played. We might be 4 or 5 ties this spring.
Ball inside, 2-1.
Send the boys out west. This pitcher, Corey Wall, spent last year in Augusta. Then he went to Rome. Played his college ball.
Ball in the dirt, 3-1.
He's trying to put together a 1-2-3 top of the ninth.
I lied. They do keep track of that. 4 ties for the Braves so far this spring. But that they're not even the leaders. Tampa Bay was 5, and the Marlins was 5.
3-1.
We want to see a tie in this win.
Smoked over to second. Oh, what a play.
On one bounce.
Nice. Third out of the inning. Middle of the ninth.
Wall does get that 1-2-3 in.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event to save on an award-winning new Nissan.
Dependable
Small SUV. Sentra, a Consumer Reports top pick. And Road, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. All for under $30,000 at the Nissan Now.
Regina, get John some extra snacks. Make a call to somebody. Call the person handling the inside of the plane, the stewardess friend of yours. John deserves extra snacks sitting out there.
Forest helps the entire planet. And one person doing their part for the environment is nice, but when we all get together, big things can happen. That's what our Greener Life program is built on. You can reduce your home's carbon footprint just by paying your gas bill. And the more people who join, the greener life becomes for everyone.
Go into the flight attendants
Today and get 12 months free. Visit
little group chat. Make it happen.
Bounced from one doctor to the next. Did they even send my lab work? Wait, was I supposed to bring that? Then there's the forms, the bills, the nada bills, the... That's fine.
Healthcare can get a whole lot easier when your medical records, care, and coverage are in one place. At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together for all that is you.
Bottom of the ninth coming up. Who we got coming up, Doug?
The next 2 days to be out in the desert.
Jones, Verdung, and Shockley. Is that it? So many players in this game right now. How many players we had combined between the two teams? Probably
4 Eastern and 1 out there in the desert.
close to 30, 35 players today. It's been crazy. I will be live tonight. 6 o'clock with the Triple C ladies. 10:30 or 10:45 here with my Triple C show. I hope you come in. I got to go work on that when I get done this.
And Bowman, the right-hander, is on for Baltimore.
Right-hander on for Baltimore is Bowman.
33-year-old played his college baseball at Princeton. Got some time in the big leagues. Parts of 6 different years. Last year, though, he played for 4 different teams at the big league.
Ground ball tapped over to third. Can't handle it. Base hit.
Colby Jones, we saw it earlier. He runs really well. I think either way, he's probably at first base.
There's the 4 teams and the overall numbers.
Hey, Mandy Mary, I got a question for you. That whole post right there, is that one that we have in our mod chat, or is that one that you have on your private page? I'm just curious.
Later, trying to keep the major league dream alive. Batter Wilver Dunn.
Mod chat. All right, I got to get with Jeanette and change that. Shortstop, second baseman, double play, 6-4-3. I really want that to say on the document. The Clubhouse Chaotic Chat, hosted by the 4 ladies on Sundays. I want to get my name out of there. That's the ladies' show. Jen, can you change that, please? I would like the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat hosted by the four ladies on Sundays at 6 o'clock. Because it's a ladies show. It's the ladies format. Thanks, Mandy. Let me know. I appreciate that.
Facility that do such great work here, and for me, it's very similar to what we get at home, right? We talk about the fan experience and customer service that you get in Truist, and they match it here.
We need more in our community where we focus on what the ladies can do in our community. We have some amazing women that in their business have been successful, that in their lives as moms have been successful, that do so many great things. And that's why I do that show, to highlight that. I do not want that to be about me at all.
Two balls and one strike.
Ground ball tapped over to third. It's going to be an error. You monkey nut. Giant moose nut. We talked about moose nuts last night.
Now we get to see Patrick Cloissy.
2 outs, runner on first. Yes, I agree. Such an amazing group. Yep. No, there's no extra innings in preseason, Ryan. This one either ends in a tie or a walk-off. 2 outs here in the inning. Guess thumbnails will have to wait till late tonight. I got to go get stuff ready for tonight. Yeah. That's something new they started this year, bud. Save arms. That's all that's about, is saving arms. Foul ball 0-1. Maryland plays at 7:10. Well, we will be just finishing up the Triple C. I hope that you'll be in for the Triple C show, William, and supporting Stephanie Keel. She was saying to me, I hope William comes in. I said, I don't know. Said he is a Marylander. Ball outside.
He was just drafted last year, right? So his first professional home run. Didn't have any last year at the minor leagues game. At that game, it's not better field. That's pretty cool.
In front of a packed house of the Yankees. Yeah, absolutely. Great memory for Patrick Cloissy. How about a walk-off here, Patrick? Take that.
1-1, 2 outs.
1-1.
Oh, outside 2-1. Are you kidding me? Monkey nuts. We are 14 subscribers away from our goal. We might get closer there tonight, maybe. Be nice if on the Triple C show we went over the number. Doug said if we go over the number tomorrow morning, he will eat extra cheese balls to celebrate. Ground ball over to second, up clean over to first. That's the way this one's going to end, in a tie, everybody. It's been fun calling the game. If you like what I do, hit that subscribe. We're going to do 100+ baseball games this year. I can't wait to do it. I'm excited. So we will talk to you next time. Thank you again, moderators, Doug and Debbie, doing a little bit extra. I appreciate you. Good to see you, my friends. And I hope that you'll be back later tonight at 6 o'clock for the Triple C's, where you might just get lucky and see.
Well, we got an extra large beaver, a large beaver, and a nice medium beaver.